All right, how are we doing? Can you hear me now? 2 seconds. There we go. Try that now. How about now? Hang on. Let me just quickly. Grab these. And yeah, we'll just bypass all of that. Doesn't matter. There we go. Beautiful. Welcome back, everybody. There we go. thanks for the first in the chat, by the way, that classes. Welcome on board, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Matty J Paddy Live. My name, as you all know, is Matty J Paddy, the part-time streamer, the full-time nerd from the great city of Bendigo in Central Victoria. Welcome on board to this special stream. We are going to start cooking for the first time. We're doing some baking. Well, I've got some recipes here. So what we're going to make pane di Pasqua, which is the Italian Easter bread. We're also going to make some Italian Easter cookies as well. So while we're waiting for the bread to rise, to set, to do all that kind of stuff, once we stick it in the oven, we've got some cookies that we're going to make in the meantime, all right? I've got 2 cameras on me, so I've got this one here so I can interact with you with the audience and whatnot. And I've got my second camera, if you can see it. Hello. Actually, let me just... I'll bring this a little bit further down. There you go. So that should, if I do it right, yeah, no, I'll do it right again. There we go. Okay, that's going to show the kitchen. That's going to basically show what I'm going to be doing. And without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so the pane di Pasqua. Now, I'll give you the, I don't know if you can actually see it, but the recipes are on Discord. So if you do want to, if you want to check them out, it's all on Discord. Jump on the Discord channel. For those on Twitch, on YouTube, you might not be able to get it, but let me know, and I will send me a DM, and I will send you the link to my Discord channel, and you can. I'll show you the recipe of what we're working with. Okay, so let's get started. How are we doing? Maybe I need to turn this. Actually, I need to turn the camera a little bit towards me. Okay, cool. Let's get started. Okay, so now we need, to start this off, we need 500 grams of plain flour. So let's get that sorted. Where did I put it? I put it in here. Oh, there we go. We have plain flour. Plain flour, if I can say that right, that'd be great. All right. So. It's already pre-opened, which is nice. I love that. I love when things are pre-opened. So 500 grams of plain flour and 7 grams of active dry yeast. Let's do one ingredient at a time, just so we don't stuff things up. All right. What should we put it into? We put it into a nice little bowl like that. 500 grams. Alrighty. So we'll zero that off. Yep. 500 grams. Let's have a look. Now, for those that are wondering, I have washed my hands prior to starting the stream. I've got some. I made sure that my hands were clean and everything, so we should be okay. Okay, 16 grams. Probably should use a spoon, I'm just thinking. Rather than. Okay, oh, there we go. 48 grams. 82, 85. We're down to 100 grams now. 185. Alright, so what do we got? 184. So we're going to need more than this. We're probably going to need a bit more. We're going to need more than just a bowl. And a cup. We've got 293. Do you reckon we can put some more in there? What do you reckon? It's probably going to need another container. I got an idea. I'm bending down to have a look and see if we can maybe put it in the bowl. You know what? It would help if you actually put it into. Yeah, actually, can we put it in the bowl? Oh, let's go with this one for now. let's see what we can do. What we might do, we'll switch it around. What do we got there? You know what I didn't do? I didn't reset the thing. That was smart. Always reset your scale before you start taking things off it. No, you have to. What we might do? We completely. I told you I'd stuff things up, right? I told you I would stuff things up. And watch this. It all goes on the floor. Love that. All right. You know what? Let's use the other bowl. When in doubt, use the other bowl. Yeah, get all that off. Get all that off. And let's zero that. There we go. That's zero now. 295. So we're at 295 grams. We need 500. So let's go. We're going to 416, 425, 442. We're at the 450 now. 460, 470, 480, 486, 491. Here we go. 491, 492, 493, 494, 495, 496, 497, 498. Yes. 9. 500 grams. Beautiful. All right. We have 500 grams of plain white flour. All right. Oh gosh. Okay. So that is that. So we got 500 grams. Actually, let's put it in the bigger bowl because I like the bigger bowl. All right. So we want the flour. We want active dry yeast in there as well. So instant yeast. I've got that. Now, according to this, now I could be wrong on this, but it says, if you look at the back of it, when baking, use 2 level teaspoons of dry yeast per 500 grams of flour. So that's what we'll use. So 2 teaspoons. All right. So that's, I don't know if you can see that there. You can see it. Beautiful. I'll move some of this out of the way. Let's put this back in here. Now, the important thing is to not panic and rush through things because that's the best way to stuff things up. All right, so 2 teaspoons. Now, do I have 2 teaspoons? Is that a teaspoon? Yes, it is. 67 grams. What do we got? You said 2 teaspoons, didn't you? Yes, 2 levels teaspoons. Okay, so that is 1. That is 2. Okay. And flour, salt. And we need to put that back. What we'll do, we can put this away because we don't need the yeast just yet. We can put that back. Alright, so mix the dough. In a large bowl, combine the flour, the sugar, and the salt. Okay, so sugar, what do we need for sugar? 80 to 100 grams of white sugar. I'm going to stick with 100 grams of white sugar. And let's see, let's put that in here. Let's just clean all this out. It's just flour, so that's fine. Alright, sugar. We have, did I put it? Yes, we have sugar. So 80 to 100 grams. So I'm going to stick with 100 grams of white sugar and see how we go with it. Okay, love it. Okay, 100 grams of white sugar. Let's pour that into, I'm going to use one of these paper plates, just to make my life a little bit easier. Yep, we're going to level it. Done. Now we said 100 grams, didn't we? 100 grams. Okay. We're going to 50 grams now, 60. We're going to 75, 76, 88, 90. Here we go, 90. Or should we go to 100, I reckon? Let's go to 100. 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98. 100 grams, perfect. Exactly 100 grams. All right, let's take that back. Let's put that back. no one saw me just pour a bunch of sugar. That's fine. No one saw that, by the way. You didn't see me do that. 100 grams of sugar. And here we go. Let's put that in there as well. Let me just check. Yeah, 100. Activate. So I've already activated the yeast. The yeast is instant yeast. So I can just pour it straight into the flour. Flour, sugar, and a pinch of salt. Let's have a look here. Pinch of salt. Let's get some salt. Now a pinch. What the hell is a pinch? No, we don't want that before. Let's see what we can do with a pinch of salt. What is a pinch of salt? You know what? We're going to get ChatGPT to tell us what a pinch of salt is. Quarter teaspoon maybe? Let's have a look here. I put my phone on charger, didn't I? So let's put this back. And yes, that goes with this. So I'm going to actually grab that. Put that back in there. Yep. Done. A pinch of salt. Yeah, let's have a look. I'm going to grab, what I'm going to do, I'm going to grab my Finey Fine. And I'm going to grab, hey Maddie, I'm getting a bit of buffering. I thought that might be an issue. That's, how bad is the buffering, by the way, dark glasses? Is it really bad? Like, how bad is the buffering? Because I can see it on mine. Yeah, it is dropping. Hang on. Let me quickly do this. Turn it off. I'll quickly connect this to my phone Wi-Fi. Let's have a look here. Alright, let's have a look. Alright, bear back folks, 2 seconds. Alright, there we go. How's that? That should be better now. I'm just, sorry. Let me reconnect that back to my phone. So we're running on my phone's internet now. So hopefully, there we go. It's warm in here, isn't it? I've got the heater on, that's why. I'm smart. Okay, how's that now? Is that better? Let me know in the chat if it's any good or if it's not. I also need to ask my phone. Sorry, I'm going away from the screen again. Sorry, I'm going off screens. You can still hear me, so that's all good. That's the important part. I'm going to ask, what I'm asking is what is a pinch of salt? What is a pinch? How many grams is a pinch of salt? Let's have a look here. Are we still good? That seems okay now. Okay, good. I'm just going to quickly, I'm going to ask ChatGPT, how many grams is a pinch of salt? How many grams is a pinch of salt? This is the thing that Maggie does. Not even a gram. So like literally 1/16 of a teaspoon. So what have we got? We've got 1/4, so a quarter of that. Okay. So let's go a quarter of that. Like a little bit. Not even. Am I getting salt? Hang on, let me just check here. Oh. Okay, there you go. That's a pinch of salt. There you go. Well, not expecting that, but that's okay. That's our pinch of salt. Okay, if you're wondering, that's our pinch of salt. All right. Okay, salt and lemon zest. Okay. Let's put this into here, and here's one I prepared earlier. Instead of lemon zest, we've got a lemon juice. I might actually see if I can put that with the wet mix. Let's have a look here. Yeast and mixture. Might add a little bit of milk to that actually. What have we got? How many milk? 125 mils of warm milk. So we've got two. These are normally about 200 mils. So we'll add that in there. Of warm milk. So I'll add the lemon zest with the lemon, a little bit of a sprinkle of lemon juice with the mixture as well. So we'll go milk mixtures 125 mils. Let's go like this. Can you see? Am I in the way? Can you actually see what I'm doing? Cool. All right. 125 mils. That's not going to give me. That's not going to give me exactly what I want. No. We will use a better system. 125 mils. 60 mils. I probably should have pulled this apart before. So here we go. Half a cup. 125 mils is actually half a cup. There you go, folks. I just learned something. 125 mils is half a cup. It's half a cup of milk. Okay. Okay. What else do we need? Melted butter. I'm going to put this here for now. Just going to leave that like that. So, I'm going to add a bit more because that's not quite... There we go. That's 125 mils of milk. And don't ask me why I've got 200 mils of these little packets here. I've got them and that's it. Okay, so now we need butter. 60 grams of melted butter. Alright, let's put this over here. Put this on over here. 60 grams. I've got 500 grams of butter. We can use this. No one in the chat. Cool. Awesome. So, melted butter. 60 grams of melted butter. Alright, so I'm opening up the butter now. It's not quite melted per se, but I reckon by the end of this, the fact that it's quite warm in here, it's going to be melted by the end of this. Let's do that now. We don't need, this is way too much butter. We only need, out of all of this, we only need 60 grams worth. So, what can we use for 60 grams? Yeah, 60 grams worth. We might have to just scoop it out. Alright, we're going to use a spoon. We're going to scoop out as much as we can. Out, causing problems. I'm grabbing some spoons. I'll grab some wooden spoons because then I can chuck them out instead of having to wash them and everything. Just makes my life a little bit easier. Alright. Oh, how would you detect mils, teaspoons? Alright, so we've got quarter, these are all cup measurements. These are like fluid measurements, but how would you detect? What we might do, we might go like this, and it is pretty melted. Okay, what do we got here? Hang on, before we even start, let's have a look at what we've got. Things not on. You're loading. What's that? There we go, -7. So the thing weighs 7 grams. So we need 60 grams? We need 60 grams of melted butter. Not quite melted, but here we go, 7 grams. Alright, let's go. Come on. Need a little bit more than that. What have we got? 18, 19? Yeah, 19 grams. 19 grams of butter so far. So this is going to be a long day. 28. No, we said 60. That was the magic number, was 60. So let's go with... this is probably going to be... No, 38. So we're going to need 22 grams. So we'll go a little bit easy. Stick that in there. 41. There you go, 19 grams. Well, that's too much, I've got way too much in it. Ooh, I absolutely butchered that one. 60. 51. Here we go. This has got to be 9 grams for sure. 55. Almost there. Let's see. Nothing. 56. That was like 1 gram worth. Alright, come on. 61. I'll take that 1 gram off. Bullshit. Now it's 1 at 59. How dare you? Okay, you know what? So you can play that game. Watch this. Really? Why come you not? Hang on. Take it off. Really? You're going to play that game with me, are you? I want 60. 60. That's 60. That's close to 60. It's 60. It's right on 60. Good. We got it on 60 grams of melted butter. So we're going to melt this butter. We're going to mix it with the lemon zest. We're going to put a little bit of lemon zest in there. What else do we need? I'm just trying to make sure we haven't missed anything else. We need eggs and the vanilla. So we need 2 eggs. Was it 2 eggs? It was 2 eggs. That's correct. 2 eggs and vanilla. And I just scratched my face. That's lovely. And a bit of vanilla. How much of the vanilla do we need? So melt the butter. And my back is hurting. A teaspoon of vanilla extract. Okay, so 2 eggs and a teaspoon? Is that a teaspoon? You half a teaspoon. You are 1 teaspoon. 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. So I'll get that out now. What have we got in here? Vanilla extract. That is what we got. Now is that going to stay? Yes, it is. It's got a little thing on it. 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Okie dokie. And I'm shaking for some reason. No one saw that drop. Absolutely nobody saw me drop that. That little tiny drop that landed on the floor. I actually didn't land on the bench, actually, not the floor. But anyway. Put that there. Why am I shaking? I don't know why I'm shaking, but I'm shaking. There we go. I'm gonna melt the butter just to give it. I'm gonna just put this over here for now. Just to make it a little bit more fluidy. Not so much fluidy, but just enough to get it to the consistency I like. So quickly do that for about 10 seconds. 10 seconds. How we doing? 5, 4, 3. Probably not a good idea to have your laptop on top of a microwave, but you know, it is what it is. Oh yeah, there we go. That is, have a look at that. Hang on. And I can show you that. There you go, look at that. That's melted butter. Glorious melted butter. We're going to melt it off a little bit more. Make it nice and smushy. Nice and smushy, so you got to smush it up a little. By the way, how's my voice, by the way? Is my voice a little too loud? Let me know if my voice is a little too loud. I'm just assuming that I'm talking from that distance. That's all I know. Alright, yes, so we've got vanilla, we've got the butter, we've got the milk, we've got the zest. What else do we need? We need to put that all together. Warm the milk so it's warm, not hot. I do not warm the milk. The milk is, it's about average. It's probably a little bit coolish. Okay, that's alright. Let's put it in for about 10 seconds. Make it warm. Okay, well, we've done it. Oh, we haven't done lemon zest. In fact, what we might do, we can even just put a little bit of lemon on here. Ooh, here we go. Okay, quarter teaspoon of lemon zest, which we'll put over here. I'm going to drop this, I bet you, and it's going to spill. No? Ha! There you go. How good was that? Alright, that's that. We can start putting these things away now. Now that we've got that, we can put that in here. Put all this away. Keep that melted. Make sure it continues to be melted. Let's put the milk in there just for about 10 seconds. We don't want it to be too hot. Otherwise, it will absolutely poo-poo all over the yeast. So we'll go... Don't spill the thing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There we go. We just want it to be warm. And I'm going to spill it, aren't I? Poopy. Poopy, 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 poopy. How's that? That's nice and warm. Yeah, beautiful, lukewarm. All right, let's put all this together. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got milk, you got the butter, you got the vanilla, you've got the lemon zest. Let's put it all together and let's get this thing started. Let's do it. I'll move this out of the way. Now, hang on, before we do that though, because once you do it, you gotta commit to it. So we're gonna knead it on the good God. Okay, this is gonna be fun. Frick. All right. Put all this in together. Oh, and the 2 eggs. Don't let me forget the 2 eggs. Good gosh. 2 eggs, which are over. Where did I put my eggs? Right there. They're my eggs. You need those. So let's crack some eggs. Crack a couple of eggs. Bit of eggy goodness. Actually, let's use the paper plates. Let's try and avoid having to wash the dishes. Let's try and use some some paper if we can. Let's move all that out of the way. 2 eggs. Now, do we need to beat it? Probably. Actually, not. Let's go. You can see how confident I am, mate. That's 1 egg. 1 egg with eggy goodness all over it. Let's throw that in the bin. I will put this out of sight so no one can see that. So everyone can think that it's in the bin, but yeah, let's put that in there. And let's do it over here so we don't. Oh, I've got to clean this up now. There you go. Perfect. 2 eggs. 2 eggy goodness. All right, I'm gonna put this in the bin. I'll come back, and we'll go from there. All right. So that is done. Let's get some. Before we do anything, let's clean up what we've just made. The mess that we made, because we've just made a big mess all over our thing here. Wipe it down. Maybe get it damp, make it a bit damp a little bit. There you go. Clean this off a little bit. There you go. Yeah, don't turn on. It's okay. You don't need to turn on. You don't need to turn on. It's turning it on. Going, oh my God, what are you doing? Alright, calm down. Calm down. I do not need you just yet. Okay, good. Alrighty. Now, we have the 2 eggs. Now, now, do we need to beat the eggs? No, we don't need to beat the eggs. Put the eggs together. We got melted butter. We got the eggs. So we're going to mix it all together until it makes a nice little, until it turns into a dough. The dough. Oh boy. Back to don't burn down the kitchen. Thanks, Dark Glasses. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. For those on Twitch, I don't know if you can see the chat. Sorry, let me just quickly. You probably can't see the chat. Sorry, I will bring up the chat forward. Chat box. Here we go. Yeah, bring it all up. Bring it back up. Yep, go all the way up to the end here. In fact, bring it all the way up. There you go. Sorry about that. There we go. Oh, someone's put a someone's advertised as spamming in my Kick channel. Love that. Anyways, before this starts to rise up again, let's put all this together. Now, and knead it. We're going to start kneading it. So we'll move this out of the way because actually no, let's put this over here. There we go. Balancing. I love it. Balancing acts. Alright, put this in with that. Put this in there with that. Oh boy. Oh, this was smart. Whose idea was to use plastic? Whose idea was it to use paper plates, Matty Patty? Whose idea was it to use plastic plates, Matty Patty? I wonder whose idea that was. Gee, Matty Patty, well done. That was real smart. Now look, now we've got to scoop all this up. Quickly before it starts to cause problems. Put that in there. I didn't even put it in. Let's put that there so no one sees it. And put the 2 eggs in. We'll put the vanilla in like that. Oh, and I've just dropped the lemon zest. Bit of lemon zest. Beautiful. Did I leave anything else in there? No. Beautiful. All right, let's start mixing. Grab my little whisk. Let's start mixing. Oh, okay. All right. Oh boy, this was fun. Okay. It's turned a little bit mushy now. It said 125 mils of milk, so maybe I should have had a bit more. I probably should have used a spatula actually. Okay. You know what? I'm going to use my hands, which means I will not be able to use the chat for a while. I'm going to smush it around. Oh gosh, this was a terrible idea. Okay. You know what? We're gonna get hands dirty. That's what's gonna happen. Alright. What have I done? Mix all that flour up. Okay. Get that back in there. It's a nice little dough. Mix everything up. This was a bad idea to use your hands. Oh. Oy. Good gosh, what have I done? Grab all that out. Grab all that out. I love that. I have made a mess. That's what I've done. I have not made Easter bread. I have made a mess. That's what I've done. This is what you shouldn't be doing, folks. If you ever want to figure out what you shouldn't do in a cooking stream, here you go. This is it. This is what you shouldn't do in a cooking stream. This is turned into a mess of sorts. It is very clayey. There's something mix until it forms a dough. Well, I think it's formed a dough. I wonder, has it formed a dough? Chat, what do you reckon? Has it formed a dough? Alright. That's it. Let's put it into here. Still lots of flour, and I think that's kind of a bit of an issue, unfortunately. Yeah, there's still lots of flour actually. I don't think we've put too much flour. I think it's just we haven't had enough milk perhaps. Or not enough egg. I think we probably should have used a bit more egg. And a bit more. We probably should have given the yeast a bit more time to rise, I believe. Oh boy! What have you done, Maddie? What have you done? He says as he's mushing stuff. There's still a lot of this in there. Hang on, let me grab some of this out. And maybe you can make that a little bit better. We probably should use a hand mixer. I'm aware of that, but here we are. Ugh. Good gosh, what have you done, Maddie? See why I don't cook? Yeah, you see why I don't make biscuits and bread and stuff like that? Because this is what happens when you try to make bread and you don't know what you're doing. You've never done it before. To be fair, this is the first time I've done this. Okay, so it is not great, but it's not too bad. It's very crumbly. It's very, very crumbly, which I suspect I might not have put enough. Alright, I believe it should be ready to put into a dough. Oh boy! Alright, let's go. Come on. Good God, it's still sticky. Alright, let me put this over here. And let me go like this. Need it for about 10 minutes. What have we got? 21. So my oven hasn't been reset from daylight savings, so it still says 21:15. Let's do it to about 21:20, which is actually 8:20 Melbourne time. Alright. Alright, so what I'm doing now is I'm just kneading the dough. Probably the worst way to do it. And I can probably feel a whole bunch of people in the chat yelling and screaming at me going, Matt, what the hell are you doing? That's not how you make it. But you know what? You know what? This is my first time. Be gentle with me, please. Alright. Alright. So, I'm pretty sure it's not meant to be flat or crumbly, but that's alright. We will work on it. Now, I have no idea. I think it was like a little ball or something. I have no idea what I would need to do, how to make it. I didn't actually check, but that's alright. We will work on it from there. Alright. Until smooth and elastic. Yeah. So let's put it into a lightly greased bowl. Let it rise for about an hour and a half. Okay, so we need to put this put this monstrosity, which is supposed to be pana de casa, into oh my gosh, I'm judging myself. Don't worry. Look, if you're judging me, don't worry, I'm already judging myself. And I'm sweating because I'm just like absolutely exhausted. The amount of effort you got to put in to do this. Alright, you know what? Sure, we're going to put it in. We're going to leave it there for an hour. We're going to wash our hands. And then we're going to start on the Anginetti biscuits. And we're not going to judge Maddie for putting in extra little bits of dough in the bowl. Alright? We're not judging Maddie. We are judging Maddie. Don't worry, we are judging Maddie. Okie dokie. Alright. You know what? Now, washing your hands is very important, so make sure you wash your hands properly. Alright. Oh boy. Now that was the bread. I'm just going to quickly wash all this off, and then I'm going to put the glad wrap over the bread. Alright, clean all that off. Get all those nasty little bits off. That's it. And there, washy washy. Hands are clean. Clean, bend down. Don't bend over because you'll do your back. Always bend down if you're going to go low. Alright. Alright, let's get some glad wrap. Because otherwise, I'm exhausted. I'm already. We're not even halfway through this thing yet, and I'm already exhausted. Alright. So I'll put this in for an hour and a half, it said. And then, which is sticky. It's this way, isn't it? Which way is it sticky? Why is this? No, it's this way. It's this way. No, I was right the first time. No, whatever. Let's put this over here. Alright. Oh boy, okay, no, it is right. No, that was right. It was. What's this one? Why is it not cleaning? Should be cleaning much better than that. Why are you not cleaning? You're cleaning the other way. But I put this around the wrong way. Someone put this the wrong way, perhaps. Okay. Alright, let's put that in for, we'll say an hour. What time is it now? It is 2017. Okay, let's put that in for an hour. So I'll say 21:17. And then we'll, does it say to put it in the fridge? Let it rise for about 1 to 1.5 hours until roughly doubled. Okay, cool. Let's put this aside. I'm going to put this over here and I'll let it double in size. And then we're going to clean up our mess and then we're going to move on to the biscuits. Oh boy. Alright, let's wash that now. Let's clean all this. Go wash all that. Wash all that off. Alright. It's not fun having to clean stuff. I can tell you that much for sure. It's not fun at all. Alright, here we go. Oh. Okay, see that? Broken. Already. Cheap plastic rubbish. Here we go. Get rid of all of that. Let's put that in there. Alright, let's clean up this this mess. Oh boy. Okay, so this is why I use paper. Because now I can just chuck it in the bin. I don't have to worry about washing it up or cleaning it up. I can just chuck it in the bin. Alright. How's that doing in there? It's just sitting there. It's just sitting there. Alright, perfect. Alright, let's wash all this off. Yeah. Let's do that. And no, actually, I won't use that. I'll hold on to that. I was going to swap the trays around, but I think I'll leave that for now. Oh boy, there you go. A bit of bread. Alright, let's get all this out of the way. Let's pull this out of the way. So far, what a mess. Alright, and that's probably the most important thing, is to make sure your bench space is clean. In my case, the oven, oven stovetop. Okay, so that's sorted. Alright. Cleaning, because that's what you came here to watch. Maddie clean a stovetop, didn't you? That's what you did. You did. Don't deny it. Don't lie to yourself. You came here to see Maddie clean. It was a Maddie clean ASMR stream, and that's what I'm here for. Alright, let's put all this away. Let's move that over there. Alright, you good? You good? Try and wipe all that out. Let's clean all that out, because that's, I don't want all of that in there. Cool, and it also helps having a tray like this, because then you can just alright, into the bin. Please. Whew, no. Hokey dokey, rubber pokey. Let's go. Alright, nice and clean. Clean enough. It's clean for Maddie, that's all that matters. Okay, so now that's done. And now I'm just putting stuff all over me, that's nice. Yeah. So now we're going to move on to the Anginetti. So So we need 2.5 cups of plain flour. So we'll go back, grab some plain flour, go back to my trusted friend. I'm actually going to turn that heater off because that's actually quite warm in here. 2 seconds, folks. I'm just going to turn the heater off. There we go. Heater's off. I'm sweating in here. And I've got to wash my hands because I touched my sweat. So, wash your hands again. I mean, I'm probably going to be most likely the only person eating any of this, so it shouldn't be that much of an issue, but, you know, it's always good to be safe in terms of keeping your hygiene. That's important. Alright, no, that's good. Hokey, McDokey, pokey. Alright, now, what did we say it was again? Okay, Antonetti, we need 2.5 cups of plain flour. Now, we did say 9:17, didn't we? Let's give myself an hour. What's that? Hour and a half, actually. We'll say an hour 15, so we'll say 75 minutes. There we go, 75 minutes. While we're doing that, let's get this thing started now. So 2.5 cups of plain flour. We're going to use, probably have to clean this one up. Okay, let's clean that one up. Let's get another paper towel. Clean these things up. Actually, probably don't need, actually, you know what? No. We got this. We got this. Let's use this. And I'll use this for my soap. No, I'm joking. I will not. I will not. Alright, what did I say it was again? 2.5 cups of plain flour. Alright. 2.5 cups of plain flour. 1 cup. Alright, let's have a look here. Actually, no, can we use the other one? I like the other one, but I like this one better. Where do you go? 1 cup. Slime. And let me see if it's, tell me, no, you're 2/3. What do you eat? Half a cup, there you go. 2.5 cups of plain flour. Let's go. Let's go. So, if I can, because actually, the whole reason I got that was so I can get the little attachment. There we go. So I can do this. And yes, I am struggling to stand at the moment. You're probably noticing that I'm sort of leaning a little bit. I'm struggling with standing for long periods of time, so this is probably quite painful for me at the moment. Okay, that's not half a cup, is it? No, that's not a full cup, is it? Are you a full cup? Tell me now. I want perfect. No, you're not. Not quite there yet. Okay, let's keep going. Let's keep pouring. Let's move this out of the way. There's that. Good, beautiful. Yeah, let's keep going. Yeah. Sorry, I'm super quiet. When I'm very focused on something, I'm super quiet, which is really annoying, and it's one of the things that make me really crappy, which really goes against my, it sort of screws me over a little bit in terms of my streaming. Sorry, when I'm super focused, I tend to be super quiet, which is not always a good thing when you're trying to stream, because otherwise people will look at you and go, well, what's he doing? Why is he going quiet? And the reason is because the master is in action. I'm joking. Yeah, it's me. Let's be honest. Alright, that looks like. Whoop. What do you reckon, folks? What do you reckon? Does that look like 1 cup? What do you reckon? That's 1 cup, you reckon? Let's do it. That's 1 cup. Alright. Now do it all over again. All that suffering, let's do it all over again. And then we shake it, just gently. No, because we just spilt it everywhere, lovely. So what I'm doing is just making sure it's level. We want 2.5 cups of this. So you're not helping me, Mr. Boy Edge. There's probably a better way to do this. And if there is, please let me know in the chat. Because I think I'm doing this the wrongest way possible. I think I am. I think I'm definitely doing this the wrong way possible. Look at that. Almost there. Not halfway there, we're almost there. Oh, hang on. We probably need a bit more. Yeah, we need a bit more. A little bit more of the plain flour. We've still got heaps of plain flour, so we can definitely... There we go. We can definitely muck around with... We can definitely add more if we need to. How's that? Still more. Still more. It'd be nice if you actually get on top of the cup, not outside the cup. That'd be nice. Thank you. Yeah, get in there, get in there, get in there. No. Ooh. Fill that gap. Fill that gap. Yep, that's it. Fill that gap. Alright, that's 2 cups. That's roughly 2 cups. We're not going to be perfect on it, are we? Come on. If we're going to be perfect on it, no. The answer is no. I'm going to sound a resounding no to that. Alright, now we need 1/2 cup. I'm going to do it this way. So this is how you're meant to do it, actually. See now, this is why you do it like this. Because now, watch this. I want to pull it out. I'll show you what I mean. Here's a perfect slice now. It was a perfect slice when I pulled it out. Okay, it was perfect enough when I got it, alright? So that's 2.5 cups of plain flour. How's that bread going, by the way? It's still rising, that's nice, good. 2.5 cups of plain flour. 1 teaspoon of baking powder. Where's my teaspoon? Say 2. 2 teaspoons. That's 1/2 teaspoon. I could do 4 1/2 teaspoons. What do you reckon? No, there you go, that's a teaspoon. No, that's a tablespoon. Ooh. You know what? No, we'll use, what was it, 2 teaspoons, wasn't it? 2 teaspoons, what's that? That's that's 1 tablespoon. 1/2 teaspoon, 1 teaspoon. 2 teaspoons of baking powder, which is in there, but I'll put this in here for now. This is actually on its last legs. So let's put that back in there. Put that in there. Baking powder, where are you? Which is literally in front of me. Why am I not looking at it for? Alright. 1 tablespoon. 1 teaspoon? Oh, you're a teaspoon as well. Okay. Alright, now 2 teaspoons of baking powder. And you know what? I'm going to wipe that off. And you're going to use this again. We're going to go like this. We go like this, and we go like this. It looks completely shady. Please don't judge me for being completely shady. Messy cooking is best cooking. Absolutely. Absolutely, Dark Classes. I agree. That's 1 tablespoon. A teaspoon. It is teaspoon, by the way. And another one. You're not really cooking unless you're messy about it, right? That's how I like to think about it. Is that if you're not being messy when you're cooking, are you actually cooking? Let's be honest. Are you actually cooking? So it's baking powder. Yep, cool. And a pinch of salt. Pinch of saute. Pinch of salt. Salt. Now. Don't judge how I'm going to go about this. Watch this. You know what? There you go. Pinch of salt. There you go. There's a pinch. Maybe a little bit more. There you go. Alright. There you go. Mix that all up. Flour, baking powder, pinch of salt. 1/2 cup of sugar. 1/2 cup of sugar. Where's my 1/2 cup? 1/2 cup. Don't do that. Please don't. I'm going to put you away once I finish here. 1/2 cup of sugar. half spoonful of sugar, mix the medicine, go around. Half a cup of sugar makes the recipe go well. I don't know what I'm doing. Why am I singing for? I'm such an idiot. Alright, come on folks, let's get into this. Let's half a cup of sugar. That is half a cup of sugar. Sugar. I love how much sugar is in this. Let's go. Let's do it this way. Let's dip it in. Can you see from here? Maybe if I go like this. Can you see that? There you go. Now you can see what I'm doing. Now you can see the chaos I'm making. No, that's terrible. What have I done? Maddie. Oh boy. Alright, you know what? We're going to do it my way. We're going to do it this way. No, we're not. Trick. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay, don't fuck this up. Don't fuck this up. Don't screw this up. Sorry, pardon me. I shouldn't swear. Don't swear, kids. It's bad for you. I mean, don't. You can see how much sugar in this. I'm telling people to not swear because it's bad for them. I love it. Alright. Yeah. Put that in there. Put that in there. Put that in there, and it's in. No, because I know it's gonna fall, and I'm gonna start screaming if it falls. Okay. That is probably needs a little bit more sugar. Just a little bit more. No. A little bit more. Little bit more. I say a little bit more. And so what do I do? I end up pouring half a gallon worth. Come on, matey. That's it. Tappity tap tap tap. Tap it. Great. Tappity tap tap tap. Tap it. Really? No, you know what? Look, that's fine. Now I'm just being pedantic. Let's just throw that in there. Half a cup of sugar. Half a cup of sugar. That was half a cup. Good gosh. I panicked on it. Oh my god! Did I put like 2 cups? No, I didn't. Okay, good. 3 eggs. Melted butter. Oh, need more butter. Cool. Where's my butter? My butter's there. Okay, butter is fine. Or oil. No, you know what? No oil. No oil. We're going to use butter. Because butter is better for you. It's probably not, but I reckon it is. And because I've said it is, and because I'm the one cooking, it's better for you. And that's it. End of discussion. Alright, cool. 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract and 1 teaspoon of lemon zest. Alright, we will put that. Let's clean all this out. Should be fine. Let me know if it's not. Actually, we have a teaspoon in here. That's half a teaspoon. That's 1 tablespoon. No, that's not. No, that's not good. Where's my teaspoon? Where is it? Oh. Where's my teaspoon? Oh no! Where's my teaspoon? Where have I put my teaspoon? It's right here. Unbelievable. Cleaned it up and everything. Alright. You know what? I'll use the towel, clean it all up. Alright, we've got a teaspoon. We've got a teaspoon and a teaspoon and a teaspoon. What do we need? A teaspoon of vanilla extract. So we need to go back and get the vanilla extract. Let's put these 2 away. We're done with that. And the lemon zest. And we needed the eggs, but that's all right. We need eggs and butter. Alright. Cookies. So we're making teaspoon of vanilla extract. I'm going to put the vanilla extract into the grey. I don't know if you can you see the grey? No? Okay, hang on. Let me put it over here. Alright. Yep, that's good enough. I'm not going to mess with that. That's fine. And teaspoon of lemon zest. Dropping things already. No, that's chaos. Chaos in a nutshell. No? No. Okay. There you go. That's lemon zest. That's good enough, right? Messy. Oh, saw that chat. That's all good. What did I say? I said we also needed 3 eggs and half a cup of melted butter or oil. Alright. Where's the quarter cup? Where's my quarter cup? 3 eggs and a quarter cup of oil or melted butter. Your quarter cup? No, you're on the half cup. I want quarter cup. There you go. Alright, let's grab some butter and shove it into this. It's gonna be fun. Alrighty, now you go in like that, that's it. Mix around, embrace. Embrace the embracement of embracing this. As you can probably tell by now, folks, I don't make sense half the time. So if you hear me talking gibberish, I'm talking and making up blah, 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 like that, that just means that I'm talking to myself, so don't stress, okay? Don't need to call an ambulance, I'm not having a stroke, I'm fine. I'm making the mess though, I love that. Alright, 3 eggs. So, you know what, we've got an extra bowl, let's use this. No, I'm going to chuck that out because I don't know what was in there. It was probably eggs, but I don't remember. And I don't want to take that risk. But I will get another one because why not? Ugh. There we go. Okay. Alright. Let's put all of this. So let's get our 3 eggs. Crack the eggs. Eggy goodness. 1, no, 2, no, 3. Alrighty. Let's crack the egg into here. I'm not making room for myself, am I? No, I'm not. Of course not. Why would I ever make room for myself? I love how I was going to put the eggs into the bowl, but I'm going to put the cracked egg into. I love that. I love that. Just love it. Alright, let's go. Crack it. I'm cracking over the. Hang on. It's a good thing we've still got an hour before that thing needs to rise. Oh boy. Now. Oh yeah. Eggy goodness. That's 1 egg. I'm scratching an itch. And there's the 2nd egg. And crack that. Yeah. How are we all doing? How's the chat going, by the way? How's everyone doing in the chat? You're surviving, you're alive, you're not freaking out. The fact that I've just made a mess everywhere and completely made things chaotic and stressful. No? Cool. Beautiful. Okay, 3 eggs. What did I say? What else do I need? Half a cup of melted butter oil. And quarter cup. I'm going to melt the quarter cup. Teaspoon of vanilla extract. Okay, let's put all that together. Oh, preheat the oven. Yeah, that might be smart. Let's preheat the oven now. That might be useful. Line a baking tray with baking paper. Should be this bad boy here. We're going to put that there. We're going to put some, where's some baking paper? Baking paper, where are you? You are here. You are here. You are ready. I'm ready for you. I'm not actually. I lied. But he doesn't know I lied. Alright, let's see what we can do here. Let's and I like to cut it like this way because I know then how straight my line will be, or roughly. Some people like to use the metal edge. I don't. I am a little bit weird like that. You gonna say good? So yeah, it all comes down to personal preference. Whether you like certain ways and whatnot. Anyways, this is not going the way I planned it to go. But then again, what is? Is that going to stick? That's not going to stick. Okay. You're going to, no. Stay. Alright. What else we need to mix the dry ingredients. I'm going to mix on the salt and sugar. I did that. Did I put the sugar? Yeah, I did put the sugar. Mix dry ingredients, mix the wet ingredients, another bowl, whisk. Eggs, melted butter, vanilla. Okay. So that's why this bowl here is like this. No, don't do that. Naughty. Alright. Put the eggs in. Like that. Probably should have used that instead. But you know what? No one's judging, okay? We're in a judge-free zone. a little bit of lemon zest, and a little bit of vanilla, and we need the melted butter. How many did we say it was again? What did we say? We said it was quarter cup of melted butter, which is in here. All right. You're probably going to judge me. You're definitely going to judge me for doing this. No, I won't. Actually, I won't do it. No, I will. I will. Screw this. I'm doing it. I'm going in, guys. I'm going in. Correct? Uh-huh. Put the butter in. Melt it. You can put the butter. I wonder if we can put the butter, if we can put the thing in the microwave and melt it. Let's have a look. This is probably going to be the. Oh, okay. All right. This is officially. I'm using my fingers. Don't do that. All right. There you go. Look at that. That is quarter cup of butter. I'm going to melt it for a little bit. Give it a nice good melt for about 10 seconds. And we should be fine. See how we go from there. Hopefully this, I'm only going to give it like 10 seconds. Alrighty, let's see how we go. 2, 1, and melted. Are you melting? Are you melting? That is the question. Have you melted? No, you haven't. Give another 10 more seconds. Still got another 54 minutes before we need to do anything about that bread there, so that's good. Yeah. Oh, here we go. It's starting to melt. Let's get this in here. Squishy. Yeah, that's it. Squishy. Squishy. I love it. There we go. Melted butter. Alright, here we go. The melted butter is in. And we whisk it. Oh, hang on, where's the, get all that in there. All of it in. Butter. Glorious butter. You want all the butter in. You don't want just a little bit. You want all of the beautiful butter to just go straight into the bowl. Or not. Whatever. I don't care. You can judge me what you want. Where's my whisk? Did we clean the whisk? Whisk is clean. Let me just clean it off. Alright. Yes. Whisk it all up. Alright. Come on. Alright. Only egg too. Come on. Egg yolks. Come on, whisk. There you go. Now we're whisking. Alright, there we go. Come on. Get that egg yolk in there. Egg white yolk, whatever you call it. Get in there. Alright, let's get it so it's not so clumpy. Let's make it a little bit more consistent texture. Now remember, I have not done this before, so I don't know if this is good or if this is like dodgy or if this is bad, but apparently this should be okay. Alright, so just joined. Hey, what are you cooking? I am cooking. Sorry, I'll just have a look at the chat. Sorry, I just sent you a message now. How you doing, you 702199? How you doing? We're making pane di Pasqua, which is Italian Easter bread. I know it's Easter's long gone and whatnot, but we're making some Easter bread, and we're also going to make some Anginetti cookies. So if you want to look that up, AGINETTI cookies as well. So let's have a look here. Sorry. Who would have thought cooking can actually make you exhausted? Yeah, there we go. Whiskey. How you doing, by the way? Welcome on board. Hope you're doing well. It is quite clunky. I don't like that. I don't like that it's clunky. I don't want it to be clunky. I want it to be nice and smooth. So, you know what? This failed me. I'm going to use the knife. The fork. I'm going to use the fork because reasons. Oh, look at that! Look at that! Actually use a fork for once and it actually works properly. There you go. Alright, there you go. There you go. Still got another 50 minutes to go. We don't need to rush this through. We can just take it easy, take it chill. Sweet bread. Yes, yeah. It's yeah, it's sort of like a little bit of sweet bread. So it's got like vanilla flavoring, a little bit of lemon flavoring and whatnot. It's a very sort of sweet, half sweet, half savory kind of bread that they have it in Italy during Easter. So it's sweet and very textury. I've completely butchered mine, by the way. So don't look at mine and think, oh, that's how you do it. That's probably not. 9 times out of 10, that's probably not. I'm just showing you how not to do it. I'm just trying to attempt it and see how I go with it. But yeah, that's the game plan. I hope. Whether it works or not is another thing altogether. Alright, so now that that's done, no, it's not done. It's not actually done. Let me just keep whisking it. Look, we've literally still got another 45 minutes before we need to take that thing out. So let's just do this first. Let's just focus on this. Get this perfect, and then once we've got this perfect, then we can focus on. Oh good God, this butter is really rough. I don't know. Maybe I should have used oil instead. This butter is just terrible. It's not mixing. It's like clumping. It's not actually mixing at all. It's very terrible stuff. Okay. Those forms. Alright, there we go. Add wet mixture to dry mixture. Okay, that's probably not enough, but that's okay. We'll try it. Yeah, come on, get in there. Can everyone see what I'm dealing with here at the moment? Look at that. It's still clumpy. I don't know if I'm doing it right. There you go. Come on. It's very hard to mix. Very complicated. Alright, let's see how we go. Putting this together. That's very clumpy. I don't like it. Oh, let's find out. Oh, here we go. It's getting less clumpy now, which is good. Alright, here we go. Also, I just realised I don't have enough for the glaze. Okay, never mind. Fuck it. It's good. Don't worry about it. Stuff it. We'll just keep on. Add wet mixture to dry mixture. Alright. It's done. Now mix into a soft dough forms. Alright, let's go. Come on. Use the mighty fork. Here we go. Oh, I think we've got way too much dough, to be honest. Oh, I think we've got way too much dough. Oop. Alrighty. Alright. Oh, man, this is heavy. This is heavy. That should form into a nice sweet dough. Here we go. We're going to use our hands all over again, eh? Oh, yo. Here we go. Let's get the hands all nice and messy. Alright, here we go. Now, what does it say? What mixture? If sticky doesn't, no, it shouldn't be. It needs to be. It's not sticky. Oh, it actually is a little bit sticky, but that's alright. We've got flour all around us, so we can work with that. So that's fine. Alrighty. Same problem as last time. Hands getting messy. Love it. Hey, how's the chat going? How are we doing in the chat? Are we all good in the chat there? Give a shout out if you're watching, if you're lurking. Alright. Sorry, I'm like I said, I get very quiet when I'm when I'm focused. I get really, really quiet. I'm like deep into focus mode and like trying to assess the situation. I'm like, ooh. Alright. Got a bit of that, put that in there. Yep, grab that, stick that in there. It's a little bit dry, that's alright. Well, it's meant to be a little bit dry anyway. You know what, let's get a bit of this. Get a bit of that in there. Yeah. Get a little bit of that mixture in there. There we go. There we go. Look at that. There we go. That's something that looks like a proper dough now. Oh, look at that. Glorious dough. Ah, dear. Okay. Now, we haven't fixed the icing yet, so we're going to do that next. But first, this big gelatinous mess here needs to be put into... How many are we making here? How many... The ropes? Okay, we're going to make... Okay, we're going to make... Let's say we make 6 of them. Alright, we're going to make 6 of them. I hope you wash your hands. I did. That's correct. I did wash my hands. That's correct. I did wash my hands. I made sure to wash my hands, and if I ever touch my hand or touch my face or anything like that, I'll wash my hands straight away. So, hygiene is important. That's correct. And I made sure of that. So, yes, I did. Alright, so let's make little balls. I'm going to make little balls because I don't think making these into little ropes is going to be ideal. Alright. I'm going to make, what did I say there? Oh, that's what we did, yeah, okay, cool. Alright, let's get all this out. Let's get this sorted. Let's break it up into little balls. Make little tiny ones we're going to make. We're going to make it little balls. I'm not going to make little ropes. It says to make little ropes, but I'm going to just make little balls for now. And that's how we're going to do it. Alright, there we go. So we'll try and see how many little ball thingies we can make with these. It's very messy, but hopefully it'll be worth it once it's all done. Once it's all done and sorted. That's a little bit chunky, that one. You know what, let's just break it up into little chunks. No, oh, this one's a little small. That's alright. You can be the small one. Oh no. Maybe get a bit more oomph. For you little buddy, you get a little bit more oomph. There you go. Alright, can you see what I'm making, or is that, I'm obstructing the view, aren't I? I will not do that. How about that? I'll show you once I've finished. I'll show you once I've finished. I've decided I'm not going to do the try and do the little ropes and all that because otherwise I'm just going to be there for ages. So, put that in bits. This one could be try and run. Let's see if I can make it into a little doughy. Yeah. Let's see if I can. Let's see. Hang on. Oh, that was terrible. Yes, I can. I think I can. They look terrible. They look absolutely awful. I should not have done this. It's meant to be twisted somehow. I don't know. That doesn't look right, does it? It does not look great, but we'll see how we go. Look, we'll see how we go. Look, if it looks good, if it works, it works. You know, if it doesn't, then we know for next time. Don't do that. Let's go. Little twists, little twists, little twist. We've got another 40 minutes before that other bread has rhythm. And then you too. You as well. You get the little twirl. There we go. I'll show you once I've finished it. You're probably looking to go, what the hell have you done, matey? But it's fine. We will be fine. We will be fine. Okay. And yeah, little twist. So got heaps to go. So let's keep going. Knock off little chunks at a time. There we go. I'll probably make that a bit too big. There we go. Make a smaller version of that. There we go. Little chunky pieces. Little twists. They look absolutely terrible, but that's okay. We are experimenting. We're trying. Hang on, whatever it says. The smaller screen is too small over the area we can all see you. All we can see is you in a large. I'll show you once I've finished it. Sorry. What I'll do, I'll finish this off, and then I'll show you what I've made. If that helps. Sorry, it's my first time doing this, so I haven't actually. I've got to figure out what's the best way to go about this. Okay. Now instead of making it into little ropes, make the small pieces into ropes and then shape into knots or rings. I probably have absolutely screwed this up. Sorry, if I'm not like that, it's because my back's no good. So I do apologise if it looks weird, but yeah. So I'll show you what I'm doing here. I'll show you, which is I go like this and I go like this, twisting it into a little rope. I don't know if that works or not, but we'll see how we go. Now. Oh, come on. Get in there, buddy. Come on. Now, let's go a bit of this for the last one. Okay. This one's a little weird little nugget. That's alright. Alright. Let's put this over here. Let's put this over here. Absolute mess, but here we go. Let's move this out of the way. Move that out of the way. Alright, chat, what do you reckon? Do they look terrible or do they look terrible? How's that? How's that? That's not the greatest, but look, we're just experimenting with it at this stage. We're just playing around, seeing what works, seeing what doesn't work, and yeah, that's basically that for now. What I might do, I will wash that bowl, and I'm gonna put actually no, I'll use that bowl over here. Save us all that energy and time. I'm gonna wash my hands first and foremost. I'm gonna put this over here, and yes. Because that's an important thing too, is hand washing. Hand washing is very, very important. Alright, that is good. Alright, done and done. Alright, so now the rope has to be thinner and longer so you can plait it. It should not be like a round ball, it should be flatter. It should be thinner. Yeah, I know. Look, yeah, yes, but at the same time, look, we're experimenting from now. I think the fact that I haven't done this is the first time I've done this. I think it's we'll work with it and see how we go with it. If it looks bad, if it looks crap, then at least we gave it a shot. All right, so that's how we we'll go about it. Now, what do I need to do? What time is it now? I've still got another 35 more minutes. We need to move this back on here. Alright, the glaze. Now, mix icing sugar. Yes. What are we making for the glaze? Half a cup, 1.5 cups of icing sugar. So we've got 1.5 cups. Let's clean that out. That's 1 and 1.5. One and a half cups of icing sugar. I think the thing here is probably better. Or freeze. Alrighty, yeah, let's go. So 1.5 cups of icing sugar. We're ready to go. Let's go. Alright. Icing sugar, which is over here. Icing mix, icing sugar, it's all the same. Alright, and what was it? 100. Bring this back to here. And 2 to 3, we've got 3 tablespoons of milk. Okay, so I go icing sugar. No, we're going to go this way. Oh, spill it. Don't spill. It spilled. I love when it spills, hey. Let's get this thing out. No, nowhere near half. Yeah, nowhere near 4 cup yet. Let's put it over here so if it does spill, it'll land in the sink and we don't have to worry about it. Alright, there we go. Oh, actually, maybe a bit more. Alright, there we go. Oh, yep, that's good. I'll have to clean this up after the stream, which will be fun. Alright, let's put it into here. Can you see the bowl? Yep, beautiful. Let's put that into here. That's 1 cup. And we said 1.5 cups, didn't we? So we'll need to get the other half. Didn't we? We said 1.5 cups of icing sugar. Alright, there we go. 1.5 cups of icing sugar. And we said, what else did we say? 2 to 3 tablespoons of milk, and half a teaspoon of vanilla extract. Half a teaspoon, let's have a look, where's it? Half a teaspoon. Half a teaspoon of vanilla extract. Yep, half a teaspoon. And we'll go 3 tablespoons of, tablespoon of milk. We'll do 2 of milk and 1 of lemon juice. Yeah. And a tablespoon. You a tablespoon? Or half a tablespoon? There you go. 2 tablespoons of milk and 1 of lemon juice. One, 2, and then lemon juice. We want 2 of that. Or 1 of that, sorry. There we go, and that is done. And dump that in like that. Throw that in the wash. grab another fork. May as well. And there we go. Let's mix that all around. Now, oh, look at that. That is nice. Can anyone see that, by the way? Or was that in the way? No? Good. Beautiful. Alright. Now, I'll mix this around. Oh, look at that. Nice. That texture is actually something that's come out really nicely now, which is good. Let's go. Alright, there we go. Alright, so the icing mixture is now ready to go. Oi, 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 oi. Ooh, chaos. It is actually kind of stressful. Cool, that's done. So that's done. I'm going to leave that there until this is all cooked and sorted. So done, preheated the oven. Mix all the dry ingredients, shape them into knots and sort of. Bake for 10 to 13 minutes. Alright, so we're going to put them in and for 10 to about 13 minutes. And that should be enough then. Once that's done, I'll just have a look at what they say on your eyes. Alright, and yeah, and then there, get a brush again, and then another 30 minutes, and then, alright. So, what I might do, so it's another 30 minutes, 10 to 13 minutes. Well, let's start putting them in now. Let's start putting them in now. Alright, I got my little tray, put away the butter, we don't need the butter anymore. Well, not yet, at least. Let's go. I look terrible, I know, but there you go. Let's go. They'll probably come off really wonky and weird, but that's okay. We're just mucking around. This is just a have fun stream. This is not a serious do or die kind of stream where you've got to get it right, otherwise it's all over and whatever. So at the end of the day, it's fun, we're having fun, we're mucking around, and that's the important thing. We don't want to get too hung up on the thing, right? So that's done. Let's stick it in there for we'll say 10 to 13 minutes. I'll have a look at 10 minutes, and then we'll go from there. Let's have a look. I'm going to put my watch on. Set it for. No, we're going to set it for not 1 hour. Good God. We'll set it for 10 minutes, and then we'll see how we go with that. All right. There we go. Let's go. That's 10 minutes to go. Alrighty. So, how was that? Hokey dokey. That was stressful. Yeah. So that's how you do it. We'll put it in the oven for another. We'll put it in there for 10 minutes, and then we'll see how it looks. If it looks nice and tangible, then we'll go ahead and cool it down, put some glaze on it, and then serve it, and then we'll move on to the bread. How does that sound? Whew, okay. Now the next part is to make sure, actually, what time is it now? We've still got another 26 minutes. So even if we finish this part here, we've still got another 10 more minutes to go, even then. Yeah. So we'll let that set for a little bit. We probably should have, you know what we should have done? We should have done the mixture. While we're waiting to put the things in the oven. Because now, this is going to sit there for a good 10-15 minutes. And we'll just sit there stirring now. But yeah, otherwise, how's everyone else doing today? What's everyone else up to? Let's see what's happening in the chat. How's everyone going? What's everyone's plans for today? What's today? Today's Wednesday, isn't it? How's everyone's Wednesday been? Yeah, all been well so far? Oop. Don't burn yourself, matey. How are we all doing? Right. What we might do? What time is it now? It is 21, so still got a bit of time. We'll wait for that to set. So I'll just read to you what we've got so far. So we've got to wait another 10 more minutes, 10 roughly-ish minutes. And then once that's done, we're going to let it cool for a little bit. Once it's cool, then we'll glaze it. And then we will go from there. What we might do, actually, yeah, we'll do that then. And then, yeah, once that's done, so, okay, so we'll finish up, we'll bake this up, get it all glazed up, we'll do a taste test, and then we'll come back to the bread, and then good, but waiting to see how it'll turn out. Yeah. Oh, good, yeah, good, but waiting to see. We'll see how it turns out. Look, if it turns out dodgy, at least we know, we've got a rough idea of what to do. And then next time we'll do it a bit more thinner. We'll just see what happens, really. I mean, we're just experimenting. I mean, the recipe that I got, for those that are wondering, I got the recipe from ChatGPT. I will be back when it's done in 10 minutes. Yes, you will see how we go, hey. We've got another 6.5 minutes, apparently. Well, actually, it says 10 to 13 minutes, so I'm going to check it at about the 10-minute mark. Maybe might give it an extra minute, maybe 2 minutes, see how we go, and then we'll see what it's like. Let it cool down. Actually, we'll let it cool down for a little bit, and then yeah, we'll give it a taste test. And by the time we get all that taste test and all that done, then we'll be able to, excuse me, we'll get all the bread done as well. The bread's going to take a little bit longer. It is going to take a little bit longer. It's going to take probably, I think it's 30 minutes. 25 to 30 minutes. So we'll see how we go with it. We'll mark it, we'll play around with it. We'll, once it's ready, once it's done, then we'll go from there. But, yeah, it's gonna be a while. If you're waiting for the baking thing to end at like 10 o'clock, no, it's going to take a while. It's going to take, what are we now? We're 9 o'clock, 9:15. Probably going to take another 9:30, probably 10 o'clock by the time we finish it all up, maybe about 11-ish Melbourne time. So, yeah, we'll see how we go. We'll see how we go with it. But, yeah, in the meantime, I might do some packing up. But what we might do, actually, I might try see if I can set up. Let's see if I can set this up. Yeah, actually, let's try and see if I can do that. Hang on. Words on stream. Sorry, what I'm trying to do, for those that are wondering, I'm trying to put up a words on stream. So basically, for those that are wondering, you should be able to play it. I think you can be able to play it on YouTube. I think. I could be wrong. Don't quote me on it. I think it's a Twitch game. So if you're on YouTube or you're on Kick, you might want to go for a bit of a walk and whatnot. Come back in about half an hour and whatnot. But those on Twitch, I'll try and see if we can set up a game while we're waiting, just so you're not sitting there bored waiting for thing to dry. What are we now? How many minutes are we? 4.5 minutes. They're actually turning out really nicely, actually. There we go. Another 4 more, I reckon. Yeah, another 4 more minutes. I reckon that should be right. 4 minutes and 20 seconds. Yeah, it should be good. But what we might do, let me see if I can actually. Add browser. I'm just going to quickly add our little thing. Where do we got? Where we got it? Where did I put it? Words on stream. Words on stream. Now let's set this thing up. Streamers, YouTube. Okay, got it. Got it. If I it's me, of course it is. Okay. Sorry, 2 seconds. What might do? Be right back. No, hang on. No, stop. Oops. Yes. Let's see if I can do this now. Oh, there we go. No, wrong one. Hello. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to set up a words on stream. So I'll do that now. Hang on. How's that going? How's that? Are you getting it on there? No. I think I need to. Hang on. I'll log out. Cartridge. Good. Okay, what I'm doing now is I'm just setting up the words on stream. So basically, it's a little interactive game people can play. I'm not sure if you can do it on YouTube. If not, let me know. I'll try and find a way to make it work. But yeah. So, 2.5 more minutes. So another 2 minutes. Go underneath. Okay. All right, let's go. Let's ready to go. Let's get this out of the way. Let's move this out of the way. It's going to be hot. So let's get this out of here. Out of here. Oh, yeah. Keep that in there. Not too bad. Probably could go a little bit more actually. Have a look. Let's have a look. probably could go a minute more. Maybe give it another minute. Maybe another minute. Maybe give it another minute. Oh, down. Alright. Good. Alright, let's give it another minute. Maybe another minute or two. Let's give it another 2 minutes. See how we go with it. It was not too bad. It just needs a little bit more browning. Sorry, I'm standing in the wrong corner here. It needs a little bit more browning, but that should be all good. Let's have a look at this bread here. 13 more minutes to go with this bread. It's slightly rising a little bit, which is nice. And once we get that, that's another 13 more minutes. That's fine. Let's have a look at what's happening down here. Yeah, he's still cooking. Still a little bit soft. That's why I had to put it back in there for a couple more minutes. But I think that should be enough now. Are they browning? Not yet. They're not quite browning yet. That's why I'm going to give it maybe another couple more minutes and then it'll brown. Sorry, I'm ducking into the... You can see me as I duck down, don't you? Can't you? Alright, what do we got here? According to my watch, it says we've got another 56 seconds to go. So, what do we got now? 53, 52, 51, 50. 50 seconds to go. And then we'll get them out, see if they're nice and brown. If they're nice and brown, then we'll go from there. I set it to 180, which is nice. Yep. Just want to make sure. Alrighty. What do we got? 29. Got another 30 seconds to go. Once that's 30 seconds in, then we should be all good to go from there. And then, once that's ready, I can give another 10 minutes once another 10 more minutes of cooling down and then glazing in them. Once they're glazed, then it should be all good. Then we'll go straight to kneading that bread and see how we go for it. What have we got now? Alright, cool. There we go. Let's get this thing out now. Alright, beautiful. Oh, look at that. That's golden. It's nicely golden. Some of them are nicely golden, which is good. Let's have a look here. Oh, yeah. Oh, how good is that? Let that set. We're going to let that set for a little bit because we want that to be nice and cool before we put the icing on it. So that looks very nice. You can hear a nice little tap. Golden, a little bit, not too golden. We don't want it too golden. We don't want it to be like completely golden, but it's got a nice little, you can probably see these ones especially, they've got a nice little golden tinge to them. That's great. I love it. I'm happy. I'm going to give it another 10 more minutes. 10 more minutes, we'll glaze it, and then we'll once we've glazed it, then we'll get some bread, and start mixing that around and go from there. So how's that sound? In the meantime, I'm going to sit down for a little bit. I'm going to grab my chair because I'm going to regret doing this. I'm going to regret sitting down, but anyway. Actually, no, can you sit here? There you go. If I sit like this, will I be judged? I will be judged, but you know what? Judge me. Judge me. Alright, that looks nice. Okay, so, how are they now? Let's have a look. Now, I'm making this for me. You know what? I'm going to wash my hands anyway. Because I can feel people judging me already. So let's get the hands washed. And let's get these onto... Actually, what we might do, while we're waiting for that, we've got another 9 more minutes. Let's see if we can, perhaps, could we... Oh, there you go, look at that. Look how nice that is. Hang on, I'll show you what that looks like. Nice and brown underneath. Nice on top, that's good. That's great. It is still a little bit warm. I'm going to give it a little bit time to settle down. I'm going to put the butter away, put some stuff away. Feel free to chat while you're waiting, while we're waiting. let's put that away. And let's start putting things away that we don't need. Whoop. I told you the chair would be a problem. Told you the chair would be a problem. But there you go. It is what it is. You know what? I didn't buy a little thing for that. That's fine. We'll put that back in there. Put these back in here. Oh, and we have sprinkles. That's right. We've got some sprinkles as well. Let me get some sprinkles out for you. And we've got chalk buttons. You need some chalk buttons, you reckon? Probably should like to put chalk buttons in there. But we'll see how we go. We've got little sprinkles. We'll put with the icing sugar as well. Actually, you know what? Let's put it with the icing sugar. Let's put it with the icing. I want to see what happens if you put it with the icing sugar. Probably. Sorry, I'll do that a little bit closer so you can see what I'm doing. There you go. Let's do that. No, actually, that's more than plenty. That's more than plenty. Alrighty. Yeah. That should be more than enough. I chose random, looks good. Oh, thanks. Thanks, yeah, it's, I just chose random sprinkles. I didn't actually choose any, specific sprinkles types. I just chose something random to put on them and make them look pretty. Now, are they warm? Yeah, they are warm. So, what I might do, I'll move them onto here, onto a drier, more cleaner base. I need this. I will need this. I'll move this out of the way. I'm only yes. Let's move some stuff out of the way first, because this is going to be chaotic otherwise. Eggs go back into fridge. Put that back in there. Alrighty. That's good. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. We'll put this over here for now. We're going to clear some space. That's what I want to do. Because I want to... Ooh, okay. What I might do is I'll push all this out of the way. I'll put this in the bin. Come back and we'll be good to go. Alright. There you go. Let's get that sorted. So let's put these bad boys onto here. I'll turn it around like this so we can give it a bit of space, let them cool down for a little bit. There we go. They feel, the texture is so nice. I'll just wait for them to cool down a little bit. Once they cool down, we'll put some drizzle on those things and they'll be ready to go. Alright. I'm going to let that settle for a little bit, let it cool down. We've still got another 5 more minutes before we start mucking around with that bad boy there. We'll take this off. We'll see if we can use this pan here for that bread there, and then we'll go from there. I reckon that will be our best bet, I believe. I believe if we can do that, then... Because my theory is this. If we can get if that bread can fit around here, perfect, done. And say just having to get a new tray out altogether. Otherwise, it'll be a bit of a pain in the butt to try and get the trays ready. These are still warm. I don't want to put the glaze on them just yet. I'm going to wait till they cool down. Once they cool down, then we'll go from there. In fact, what I might do, I might grab my little trusty little silicone brush and paste it on. What do you reckon? Actually, no, I won't. No, that's done. Don't do that. We'll just put it on, liberally. All right. Here goes. Hang on. Let's see. They're still warm. What I might do, actually, what we might do, I don't want to speed up the Actually, what I might do, I'm going to try one of these without the glaze. Actually, we'll put the glaze on it. Alright, there we go. Oh, it's dripping. It's dripping. Ooh. I'm going to wash my hands after doing that. By the way, I just stuck my finger in my mouth. I'm going to wash my hands after doing that. Beautiful. Nah. It's how you make engineering. No, it's not not the right way, but it tastes absolutely beautiful. Wow. Right on, mate. That's nice. I don't know if it's just maybe I didn't cook it right, but it tastes very Scottish. Great. No, it tastes nice. It is very nice. I don't know if it's just me. I don't know if it's meant to taste like that. Maybe it's not. Maybe I've done it wrong somewhere, but it does taste very almost like a scone, like a heavy scone. But again, like I said, I could have. It could be just the fact that I've done it wrong, but it tastes nice though. Like I don't see anything. I don't see what's anything. I don't see anything wrong with it. I mean, maybe it could be a little bit more brownish, but otherwise, it's actually quite nice. Like I said, I'm making this for me. Alright, I just want to make that clear. I'll wash my hands anyway, because I did touch my hands. There we go. I mean, I am making this mostly for me, but I imagine other people might want to try it as well, so I will wash my hands and go from there. But yeah, let's get this thing glazed. Let's see how we go with the glazing. Actually, I'm gonna get a teaspoon. Pop a spoon for it. Right. Here we go. Oh, it's dripping everywhere. That's alright. I think I might have overdone it with the glazing, to be honest, but that's alright. We will see how we go with it. The glaze is everywhere. And that's why we've got the spare tray, just in case. Because I knew this would happen. And I knew that this would be an absolute mess. It probably actually needs to be glazed over. Okay, the glaze is an absolute terrible mess. 0 out of 10 for the glaze. But the biscuit is actually quite nice. The glaze is terrible. I don't know what I've done. I must have done something wrong with the glaze. It's not quite, you can tell the glaze is pretty average at best. But I think once you let the glaze settle, it should be alright. I think. I could be completely wrong and it's probably a complete disaster, but you know what? We're not judging because it's Maddie's first time. The glaze is terrible. I know, the glaze is absolutely shocking. I'm sorry. It was terrible. But, you know what? Out of the way. Alright. Yeah. Alright, look, we're not going to judge the glazing. Put the glaze in the fridge to harden up a bit. Yeah, I probably should have. What I might do, I probably should have actually, now that I think about it. That's alright. Look, this is stuff that we learn, right? We do this the first time, we go, yeah, this works, this doesn't work. And then, yep, there we go. Alright, yep, that's my turn, yep. And, yeah, then that's what we learn for next time. Let's do we want to go like that? Yeah, we'll go like that. Because we haven't got the grease pan, actually we'll go like this. Luckily that wasn't hot, because that was not good. Alright, let's get the bread out. Alright. Now, what did it say? What do the instructions say about the bread? Punch the dough down gently. Divide into ropes and braid it. Okay? Divide into ropes and then braid it. Alright, let's go. braid the ropes. Alright, let's try and see if we can divide it into two. Alright, there we go. Grab that. Let's go into ropes. This will be fun. Let's go. Come on, into ropes. Let's go. Let's make this a bit more easy to work with. We don't need that. Don't say that. We don't need the bowls anymore, so we can work with just making the dough. So what I'm doing now is just making the rope. Add more sugar to the glaze to thicken it. Yeah, maybe I should. I might do. I'll do that next time. Next time I make something like this, that's exactly what I'll do. Alright, there we go. There we go. Make it nice and round. Let's go. Let's put that there for now. And you. Okie dokie. It's a lot of work doing this, by the way. Alright, there we go. Get that into a nice roly-poly, rolly little snail looking roll. Look at that little worm looking thing. Now I'm going to try and braid it somehow. And that's going to be the next difficult mission, is how do we braid it once it's done like that. So it needs to look very braided, doesn't it? Okay. Maybe I can braid this a bit more. Alright. How do we do this? Now I want to braid it in a bit. I want to go like that. No, I want to go like that. That's. No, I go like that. No, I've done completely messed up. Alright, no, that's not how you do it. Braid it. How do you braid it? How do we braid things? Okay, we want to braid it, so we want to twist it a little bit, don't we? We want to go like that. We want to twist it a little bit. There we go. Braid it a little bit. There we go. There we go. Figure it out somehow. That's it. It looks shocking, but I assure you, it. There you go. That looks something. All right, like that. It's a first attempt, really. At the end of the day, it's to make the braid, roll it on the bench top. Oh, look, that's all. Look, let's leave it like that. Let's see how we go with it. Let's see how we go with it. Oh, like that's what we're going to work with, right? So how does that? Like, that's reasonable. I mean, it's not perfect, but you know, we're here if you're a fan of the braid. Okay. All right, we're gonna braid it thinner. All right, we'll make it thinner then. All right. What we'll do? Move it out of here. That's not hot, is it? Not good. There we go. Move this out of the way. This is not very helpful. There we go. Right, sorry, I'm a very quiet person, especially when I'm focused. I love to be super quiet. I'm going to make it even more thinner, just to make it real thin, with that real nice thinness to it. Get that out of the way. There we go, that looks much thinner now. There we go. That's much better. Let's move this out of the way. There we go. That's much better. That's actually much better. You're right. You're right, actually. There you go. We'll make that into much thinner rolls. Alrighty. Ooh. That's much better now. Look at that. Look at that. That is a much thinner roll. That is much thinner. There we go. Now let's twist that around. Let's twist that around. Now let's go roll it around. Roll it around. Oh, don't do that. Roll it around. Roll it around. There we go. That looks much better now. Much better. And then we can go like that. Not great, but it'll do. Because then we can go like that. Smush it into a nice little ball. There you go. And that's probably better then. Not great, but yeah. Look, we'll work with that. Let's see how we go with this. See if that works. And then yeah. So that's done. What else do we need to do? What does it say? What does it say? It says, look, once again for 30 minutes. Alright, we got 30 minutes. Okay. Who wants to wait another 30 minutes? Who wants to wait another 30 minutes for this to rise? We've got literally another hour before this works. Or maybe less than an hour. Maybe 20, 30, 50 minutes. Cover and let it rise again. Okay. Hey, guess what? Alright, you know what? I'm actually going to put some icing sugar. And see if I can put some more of that glaze while we're putting it back in its little cage. Get it back in its little cage again. And let that rise for another half an hour. And while we're doing that, we can spend half an hour trying to figure out how to do glaze properly. That's what we'll do. We'll put that there for now. Let that set for another half an hour. Let's put some icing sugar into this. This time I'm just going to gauge it by... That's white sugar. That's not icing sugar. Remember to read your labels, by the way. That would have been interesting. Where's your icing sugar? Your icing sugar is over here. I'm just gonna play it by ear now. I'm not gonna by sight. I'm not gonna go too specific about how much we need. There we go. There we go. That's much more. So maybe the recipe should maybe have more icing sugar. I think that's probably what happened. I probably need a bit more. Actually, I need a bit much more. Let's put heaps of it and see what happens when we put lots of it. There we go. That's what we wanted. We wanted more of a toffee kind of consistency. Not a liquidy, gooey, gumdroppy. In fact, probably need more than that too. I need more, much more. There we go. And I'm making a mess. Of course I am. You gotta make a mess. If you're baking, you gotta bake it. You gotta make a mess. There we go. That's much more stringy than I said. Look at that. I don't know if you can see it. Can you see it on here? It's much more. Let me just quickly put this on. 28. That's much more stringier. So I probably should have put much more icing sugar than I did. And I think that's my problem. Look now, if I put that on there, that's going to stick. Look at that, that sticks much better now. See, there you go. So that's much. See how much like the difference? I'll show you what it looks like. That's what it looks like, right? It's a much more thicker, much more creamier, much more cluggier consistency, and it's not going to just drip everywhere. I think going back now, I'll have a look at that recipe again, and then and find out what maybe I need to adjust it and whatnot. But that's all right. Look, like I said, I got the recipe with the help of AI. So you know what? It's considering AI helped me with this one. I think it's done pretty good. There we go. So we'll plug a bit of that on there. Not the best kind of thumping on there. That's all right. We'll just doesn't look that great, but I'm sure it will taste nice once we put it all together. Now there's two more that need icing. I'll put this in there. All right, come on. Last bit of icing. Where do we go? Who needs the icing the most? You do. So you're going to get a nice big chunk of it. And you do. Now, that is how you make a big mess, by the way. Oh, okie dokie. Oh, I'm going to take a seat for a sec, and then we can have a discussion about what we could do better. All right, so did all right so far. What have we got here? So what's this? Mix with ingredients. No, this way. No, this way. So the Easter bread. So far not too bad. We've managed to get it into a nice ball. You could call it a ball or into a knot. We made it into a nice knot. It probably could have done better with a bit more. Maybe a bit more eggs, perhaps. Maybe the egg mixture was probably not enough. It was very clumpy at start, so maybe that could have been better. What else could we do? Everything else seems to be okay. Yeah, look, everything. Look, the Angenetti. Try and say that 5 times, right? Angenetti. Look, the Angenetti turned out reasonably well. Obviously, the icing sugar, I probably could have done much better. Let's have a look here. We could have done not much better, but I mean, we could have used more. We could have used a lot more icing sugar. I'm just having a look at the recipe here. The glaze, it just said icing sugar. Let's have a look here. It says icing sugar. 1.5 cups. I feel like the 1.5 cups was not enough, especially when you got 2 to 3 tablespoons of milk and lemon juice. So you got, what I did is I put 2 tablespoons. Basically, we did 3 tablespoons. 2 of them of milk, 1 of them of lemon juice. Maybe it probably should have been teaspoons, perhaps. Maybe. Because that just made it very cluggy and very sluggish. So, look, that's probably one thing I would probably change about that. Look, they turned out all right. I probably, going back to it, I probably would actually make him into an actual roll, make him into proper rolls and whatnot, rather than making him into little. I mean, like I said, it was the first time I did it, so I just went, you know what, here we go. Let's just make some little nuggets and see what happens with it. In hindsight, looking back on it, I would probably next time I'll actually make them into little ropes, like proper ropes, like actually spin it on the actual on the surface rather than just twisting it and making little balls. It was one of those things where I wasn't sure whether I wanted to go with the knots straight away or if I wanted to go with because there was another options that you could use as well. You could either make little bows as well, so make them into little what they call little bag little things. I can't remember what they're called, but you could make that option. But I'm I don't know if I just wanted to see what it would turn out, what it would look like if I just made a little ball, what would happen, how would it turn out, and that's pretty much why I went for it. I won't eat them just yet. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wait for that to rise a bit more, Let me just quickly check if I missed anything else. Let's have a look. Shape divided, second rise. Oh, okay. So now after that, so once we get our 30 minutes is done, we need to brush it with a beaten egg. So we're gonna go grab an egg, paste it, and then stick it in the oven for about 20. We'll say 22 minutes because I've had the oven on for a while now. I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna put it in there for another 20 minutes. I'll just say, let's just say 20 minutes. And then just double check. Just check it, see how it goes, go from there. But otherwise, look, did all right so far. Look, no problem so far. I mean, no major catastrophe. I tried one of the Antonetti's. The taste was great. Taste was really good. It tasted very Scottish. So I don't know if that means it was not done right, or perhaps maybe we could maybe needed a bit more time in the oven. I mean, I put it in the oven. What did I say? I put it in. I think it was like for 14 minutes, and even then, 14 minutes was quite a long. It said only here 10 to 13 minutes, and it still came out very Scottish. So I don't know if maybe next time we put it in a little bit longer, and then maybe just because the texture was probably a little bit soft as well. We probably needed less eggs, probably needed a bit more flour. Look, at the end of the day, it tasted nice. It tasted really good, so I'm quite happy with that. But yeah, look. Other than that, now we just wait for the bread to rise. This is probably the worst part because now we're going to wait for the bread to rise. Then once the bread's risen, then we've got to then put it in the oven, wait for another 30 or 20 minutes, and there's a whole bunch of dead time in that time. So, yeah, we've still got another 20 minutes to go before we rise. Let's have a look at. I'm just gonna have a look at it while it's still in its state. So here's what it is so far. It looks very. I don't know if you can see that. Let me know if you can't see that, but it's not bad so far. Make sure it's airtight. Oops. Helps if it's actually tight and closed. Is that hot? No, the surface isn't hot. Cool. Alright, the bread's not bad. Bread's going well so far. What I'm planning to do after this, I might actually, I don't think I'll glaze it. I was gonna like go a little bit off script and glaze it a little bit, but what I'll do is I'll give it a nice egg wash. I'll break an egg, wash it in it, get the little silicone brush and then brush it with the egg white, and then put it in the oven for 20 minutes. I'm between two minds whether to put choc chip. I've got some choc buttons, and I'm thinking, do I want to put choc buttons in there and go off script, or should we just stick with the script, brush it, and not do the choc chips? What does everyone else think? Because the only reason I'm leaning towards choc chips is just because one, I bought them, but secondly, I want to give it maybe a bit more of a sweet texture to it, but I don't know. I could be wrong. But yeah, that's what I want to do. We've still only got 19 minutes to go, guys. What we might do, I'll just quickly check to make sure he's all good. It's actually not bad. For first go, that's actually pretty good. Like I said, I'd probably would probably use less. I'd probably use more flour than what I'd use. I think I'd probably skimmed off a little bit on the flour, but yeah. What I might do actually, now that I think about it, I'm actually thinking about this on the spot here, but when I put it in, when I take it out of there, once it's finished rising and whatnot, I'm gonna I'll take a bit of chunk out of it and maybe I'll cut it in half. That's what I'll do. I'll cut it in half, put some choc chips on one side, don't put choc chips on the other, and then compare and see whether the choc chips worked or not. I feel like that might be an option. Oh, there we go. The sprinkles. Extra egg. Oh wait, we can actually. Oh no, we can put sprinkles on this. Hey, there you go. When can we put the sprinkles in? It's probably too late. Is it too late to put the sprinkles in? Brush or beaten egg, add sprinkles if you're using. There you go, done. So what I'll do, once we brush it with the egg, I'll put some. I might actually put some choc chips in there. I know it's not conventional, and I know it's not traditional and whatnot, but let's try something a bit different. Let's try it. Let's see what happens if we put choc chips in there, just little choc chips in the bread, and see if that makes it any better or not. But that's what I'm thinking at the moment. What time is it now? It is nearly 10 o'clock. We've still got another 15 minutes to go. Yeah, got another 15. Yeah, I'll say 15 minutes to now. And then once we've done that, then we'll stick it in the oven. So what I'll do is once the 15 minutes is up, I'll take it out of its steam. Then I'll cut it in half. I will actually cut it in half this time. I'm actually going to cut it in half. Actually, cut it in half. One side I'm just going to put sprinkles, and the other half I'm going to put choc chips in there. Alright. I know it's not conventional. I know it's not traditional. I'm going to split it in half. One half's going to have sprinkles on it. The other half's going to have choc chips. And I'm going to see if the choc chips I'll see if the choc chips work. That's what I will do. Because I feel like the choc chips, the chocolate chips, I reckon they're going to make it extra sweet. That's what. But again, I know I'm not being traditional with it. It's not a traditional thing to do. In fact, I might actually ask ChatGPT if we are meant to be doing that. Can I put choc chips in? Oh, choc buns, yep. Chop smaller, not giant chunks. Oh, okay. Not easily in the inside. Okay. You know what? Okay. Okay, so I've just had a little bit of research. Don't put choc chips in, because we're meant to put it in the first one. I didn't. I mean, like I said, I was just thinking on the spot. So what we'll do instead, we will put some sprinkles on it. We'll glaze it with the egg, which reminds me, I'll do that soon. And then what I'll do, I will then put once I put the glaze on the egg glaze on it, I'll put the sprinkles on it, and then we'll stick it in the oven. And in that 22 minutes, we'll play a game. We'll see if we can play some games and whatnot. I'll play with you as well, and we'll go from there. That's what we'll do, because it's going to be a long ride otherwise. So otherwise, what have we got now? 10. What have we got? 10 more minutes. Yeah, I'm gonna probably speed it up a little bit. And put some egg glaze. I might do the egg glaze now actually while we're here. What do we need for the egg wash? With brush with a beaten egg. Okay, might as well. We'll do that now. Yeah, throw it in this one. That'll do. This will do. So now, put a beaten egg. Where do I put my eggs? Egg. We just want one egg for now. So I'm glad I bought 12 eggs, because that's my 6th egg already now. So luckily I didn't buy a 6-pack, because otherwise it would be on our 6th egg already now. I want to use that one actually. I want to use. What I might use that. See if that works. Hang on. Actually, just want to make sure it does. Hang on. Let me just check the recipe first before we do it. No, okay, you just have to bake it, and that's it. No, okay, so we don't have to do any more. Okay. Okay, there we go. Now whisk that egg. Now, while we're waiting for that to finish, let's whisk that egg. Alright, where can we get it? Just use a fork? I'm putting forks in the sink already. Lovely, I love that. Yeah, over there. Grab another fork. Why not? And then I'll complain the next day about not having enough forks, which is nice. Alright. Still another 12 more minutes. 12 more minutes? No, 5 more minutes. Alright, so now what I'm doing now is I'm making the egg, mixing the egg, beating the egg in a bit. And that should be enough. What I might do, I might put this to the side here, because I want to get this all ready to go. Because once this is ready to go, I don't want to muck around. I don't want to waste time. I want to have this ready to go, ready and roaring to go. So what we'll do is move this to the side, grab some baking paper. Alrighty. Now I'll put this together. Let's have a look here. So, that is the end of the paper. Is that going to be enough? Let's have a look. Alright, that'll be enough. That'll be enough. Yeah, perfect. Alright. So that is ready to go. Once this is done, got another 5 more minutes. And then 5 minutes time we'll put it all together, we'll start pasting it up, and then we'll stick it in the oven. 22 minutes, and then it should be all good to go. Alright, there. Start packing everything up now. This is the fun part, is packing everything up. Getting everything organized now. Cleaning everything. This is empty. That's empty, so we can chuck that out. Alright. Another 5 more minutes. I think that's enough rising, to be honest. I don't think that's gonna rise any more than that. I know it said 30 minutes, but so I put it in for, I did the first run about an hour and a half. So I think we can probably get away with less than 30 the second run, to be honest. Hang on, let's wind it here. Let's wire that one, this properly. I'll get my little silicone brush out. And then once that silicone brush is out, then we can just dip that all in, and yeah, 22 minutes. Well, we'll say 20 minutes. I'll look in at 20 minutes, and if it's not enough, what does it say actually? What does it say? If I get smaller ones, it's pretty small, so I reckon I'm going to say 22 minutes. And if it needs more, it needs more. We'll just see how we go with it. But, yeah. What have we got? What else do we need to do? What else can we do while we're waiting for... Nope, sorry, I'm over here. How you doing? What else can we do while we're waiting? What do you reckon? Because I reckon that looks good. That's all good to go. We're just... What we'll do, when we put it in the oven, I'm going to taste test a couple of the biscuits. Now that they're starting to cool down, I'm going to taste test them and see what they're like, see if they're any good, and give my honest opinion about them. And then, then by then, the bread should be ready, and then we'll be able to taste test the bread and see how that goes. I'll cut it in half and go see how we go. Take a slice. Anyways, that's... Am I dropping frames? Oh, I've dropped frames. Have I dropped frames? I've dropped frames. I didn't even realize I've dropped frames. I'm dropping frames. Hello, can anyone see me? Oh, hang on. No, I've dropped. Ah, frick. Why am I not streaming? It's 53. Why am I dropping? Stop stream. Hang on. I can see you. Can see me? Hang on. I'll come back. I'll come back. Hang on 2 seconds. I'm gonna stop it and then start it again. Sorry, it's stopped on my Twitch channel, so I'm gonna have to stop and then start again. It's dropping frames on Twitch for some reason. I don't know why, but Twitch has just dropped frames all of a sudden. Sorry, folks. Be right back. Hang on. Let me have a look. Sorry. Be right back. What are you doing? Dropping frames again. Still dropping frames again. Always dropping frames again. What is here? Alright. Alright, we're back. Sorry about that, folks. Don't know what happened there on Twitch. So for those on Twitch, I do apologize for the breakdown here. I'm not sure. I'm not connected widely. I'm connected wirelessly to my phone internet, so that might have been the reason why I crashed. So I do apologize about that. If you're wondering what the hell happened to Maddie, he crashed somehow. The internet's not really that great here in the kitchen. Judging by the the internet crashing out here, I might actually keep this to a minimum. I probably won't do this for a while. I'll probably just stick with just game streams and whatnot. And just chatting streams for now, just because it is quite difficult. So I do apologize about that. If you were watching on Twitch, those that are on YouTube, welcome back. Sorry about that. I had to quickly jump off and then jump back on again. So if that's an issue, if you find that it's glitching again, just refresh the browsers and you should be fine. Yeah, otherwise we're going to start glazing. Let's do it. Let's get this thing glazed up. Alright, probably should have got something better than this. Oops. Probably should have taken all the rubbish off here before I did this. Whoops. Don't judge. Don't judge. There we go. All this residue, I will put this away. We don't need it anymore. The egg white is now ready to, the egg basting is ready to go. Put this here. Alright, let's do it. Let's glaze this thing. Here we go, nice little glaze. Nice thick, I like thick glazes. I mean, just because I like to see the glaze rather than have a nice thin one. It's probably better to have a thin one, but we'll see how we go. We'll see how the glaze goes once we put it on. If it's too thick or if it's too thin. I'm going to just quickly go like that, go like that, go like that, get into nice little nooks and crannies. There you go. Nice little egg wipe. There we go. Alrighty. Let's maybe get rid of the rest of this actually. I think that's way too much egg. There we go. Alright. Time for the oven. It is oven time. For those who've been waiting patiently. Take it in for 22 minutes, and we should be all good to go for that. I'm going to put this on for 20 minutes. I'll say 20, we'll say 21 minutes. 21. There we go. Oh, and the sprinkles. I forgot about the sprinkles. Yeah, let's get some sprinkles on there. Ooh, that doesn't sound too good. Alrighty. Yep. Just gently, I don't want too many sprinkles. Don't want too many, just want a little bit there, a little bit, too much. Alright. Done. Alright, it's ready to put in the oven. Let's put this thing in the oven now. 21 minutes it's going to take. Alright, let's go in the oven. There we go, done. Alrighty, now we wait. While we're waiting, we're going to try some of the cookies for the next 20 minutes, and we're going to give honest reviews, and yeah, then see how we go once the bread is cooked and ready to go, then we'll go from there. How's that sound? Be right back, folks, 2 seconds. Alright. Alright, taste test time. Let's do this. It is taste testing time. Let's try one of these. Alrighty. Let's try it. That's nice. That's really nice. Highly recommend it. Oh, there we go. We're crumbling. No, that is delicious. Taste wise, 10 out of 10. I know I'm a little bit biased because I made it, but oh, that's nice. It's very like I said before, it's very what's the word for it? Very scone-like, but it's not. Scone-like is probably not the best word for it, but very scone-like. Because I just can't think of the word to describe it. It's very, very soft. That is nice. That is really nice. Highly recommend it. The glazing definitely needed more sugar, more icing sugar. I think either more sugar, more icing sugar, or less lemon and vanilla flavoring. To be honest. Otherwise, it was actually quite nice. I might have another one. I'm gonna have another one. I'm being terrible. I'm gonna have myself another one because why not? This is why I said don't judge me, right? Because I'm gonna have another one. Oh, it's delicious. The glazing, yeah. That's what I was saying about before. The glazing, the original glazing that I put on here was not thick enough, but now that I put the extra icing sugar in there, absolutely amazing. Wow, that's nice. That's really nice. Oh. I'm just dropping stuff everywhere. Don't mind me. Wow, that is really good. That is really nice. Yeah, no, it's good. Overall, I'd say a 6 out of 10. Went well. The biscuits, I mean, not the bread. The biscuits, definitely 6 out of 10. Actually, maybe, no, 7. I'm going to say 7 out of 10. 7.5 out of 10. Because if it wasn't for the glaze, the biscuits would have been perfect. Would have been really, really good. Maybe not perfect. Perfect's a bit too strong. It was very nice, but yeah, definitely could have done with a bit more, a little bit more flavouring, or a little bit more, what's the word for it? It was very soft, so maybe a bit more flour perhaps, make it a bit more harder. But it was good though. Look, don't get me wrong. I like soft biscuits, like I like that scone sort of texture. So I don't know. I kind of like that, but from what I've researched and what I understand about about these biscuits is that they're meant to be a bit more firmer. But look, having said that, look, that came out nice. That came out alright. So the only downside now is to clean up. Really. So we've got another 16 minutes. Who wants to watch me clean up before I get the bread out? How is that bread going? That bread's actually going really well, by the way. I don't know if I can show you. Can I show you? Yeah, 15. Okay, that's weird. Yeah, hang on. Let me just. This is not working. No. Why look like hour 21? That's stupid. Stupid bloody thing. Okay, stupid phone. Stupid watch. Alright. So, yeah, that's what we'll do. We've got another 15 more minutes. I wonder if I can show you. Ooh. I probably can't. Now, that's another thing too. With the camera views, I need to get another camera that shows you inside shows you the oven view. Because the oven, if you're actually looking at it now, it actually looks really good. And it's blowing up really well, which I'm happy with. But yeah, it's still got another 15 more minutes to go, so it's going to take a while for it to set. But yeah, let's clean up in the meantime. We've got less than 15 minutes. We've got 14 and a bit more minutes. Let's clean up everything. Let's see how well I clean up, and then go from there. What I'm going to do, I'm going to put these on a big plate, put them in glad wrap, and put them away. Put them in the fridge. What's happening here? I'll come back in 15 minutes. Yeah, good. All good. All good, Yosemite. Yosemite 2199. Yeah, it's all good. Yeah, no stress, mate. Yeah, come back in like 15 minutes, and it should be ready. And yeah, in the meantime, if you're happy to watch me clean up, if you're into that sort of cleaning ASMR sort of stream or not, stick around. But otherwise, if you're happy to wait a little bit, if you're happy to come back in, say we'll give it 14 minutes, we should be ready to go. But yeah, for those who want to stay, watch. Let's go clean up. For those who want to wait 15 minutes, I'll see you in 15 minutes. So, for those that want to join me cleaning up, let's clean up together. In other words, watch me clean up. I'll do the cleaning, you just do the watching. Alright. First and foremost, we get rid of the mankiness. So all the mankiness goes out. Ugh. What have I done in here? Yeah, get rid of that. Alright. Let's pack all this stuff up, because once we raid, I want to pack everything up and go home. Go home. What am I saying? Go home. I am home. What am I talking about? I want to go to bed soon after this, so I'm gonna pack everything up. Once I pack everything up, then we'll raid out to another channel, and we'll see how we go from there. I'll clean all this up. There's warm. All right, let's get that sorted. A nice wet cloth. Paper towel, I should say. A nice wet paper towel. Alright. And yes, you are watching me clean up. Because that's part of baking. Part of baking is cleaning up. Right? You can't just bake and not clean up after yourself, yeah? It's not going to be perfect cleanup. I'll properly clean up tomorrow, but for now, I will get all this sorted. Alright, that's all sorted. Alright, that's it. Okay, the stove top is cleanish. Clean enough. Alright, that's good. Let's just throw that in the bin with the eggs we've got in there. Yikes. Alright. Throw that in the bin. Throw that in the wash. Throw that in the throw that in the wash. Let's throw some of this into the bin. That might be a good option. The hardest part, of course, is always the sticky bits that come up from the pastry, from the bread. So that's going to be fun. Let's go. Oh no, that's right. We need to get the plate. We've got a plate for these things. Yeah, nice. Sorry. Bye bye. All right. Let's get a nice plate for these things. Yep. There we go. How does that look? By the way, does that look nice? Go like that. Whew. There we go, look at that. And yeah. Some of them came out nicer than others, but in terms of appearance wise, but overall, I'm happy with them overall of how they turned out shape wise. Okay. And the big boy at the end here. Big boy, you go at the end. There we go. Alright, so that is done for that. Let's bring this chair out of here. I'll put these in a in a glad wrap. And we'll do that. Where did I put the glad wrap? Oh, there it is. Okay. How am I getting this wrong? Right, let me just put this over here. Sorry. Alright, sorry about that. Alright, let's put this back in. Let's put this in the fridge so it doesn't get dirty. Alright, let's go clean up. Stick everything in here. There. There we go. So the fun part about cooking and baking is the cleaning up part, because you can't just cook and not clean up after yourself. So let's get that sorted. How many minutes? We've got 7 minutes to clean up. We probably won't get the 7 minutes. We'll probably have to clean off. We'll probably have to clean the rest off off stream, but that's alright. We will do that accordingly. You know what? Let's go. Alright. Get this in there. There we go. Bit of detergent going on there. Alright, what? Hey, don't do that, don't do that, don't do that, don't do that. Alright. Go ahead into the wash. Oh, actually, what I'll do is I'll clean them up. I'll actually like wash them properly off stream. I'll just put them in the washing in the sink just for now. And there's a lot to do, so we'll just there we go. This is why you have two sinks, because two sinks are better than one. Right in there. Right in there. Alright, done skis. And we also need to throw that in there. We'll have to throw some of the utensils in there. Did we use this? We did. We have to throw that in there too. Can't fit. That's alright. We'll find a room for it in there. In there. All that in there. I think we used these. Did we? No, doesn't matter. We'll throw them in there anyway. And finally, we'll put this. We'll have to think about what we're going to do with that one. Alright. How's the bread looking? Oh, that looks nice. Then another 5 more minutes to go, and then it's done. What's for Din Dins? Jerry, how are you doing? Welcome on board. We made Italian Easter bread, and we also made some Anginetti. Italian Easter biscuits. I know Easter's long gone, but I figured because I was actually trying to do this, probably would have been a couple of weeks ago. I tried to do this a couple of weeks ago, and I wasn't well, so I had to delay it. So now we're finally doing it today. So, but I'll show you what we made, Gary. Now this is Anginetti. I'll put this over here so I don't. So I don't know if you can see that. Oh, it's actually quite gooey still. But there you go. That is Anginetti. It's basically a lemon type little biscuit. It's like the consistency of a scone. So I made a couple of those tonight. But I'm also making some Italian Easter bread. So let's see if that's. We've got another 5 more minutes to go. And yeah, then once that's done, then that's Italian and lemon is always good, isn't it? Hey? I sort of like it goes hand in hand, doesn't it? What am I doing? I'm going to do a little bit of cleaning up because the best way to have a cooking stream is always to clean up after yourself. But yeah, so yeah, that's pretty much it, really. Once this is done, I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. It's really nice. We've got a few more minutes to go. That looks really, really good. When it comes out, I'll show you what it looks like, and it's bloody beautiful. It's beautiful now. It's not even cooked yet. It's still another 3.5 minutes to go, but it's good. It's good. How you been, by the way, Jared? Hope you've been well. Hope you've been well. I'm exhausted, by the way. I've been on my feet for nearly 3 hours. I've only had the opportunity to sit down every now and then, but yeah. So that's what I've been doing. By the way, you'll probably see on the stream on Twitch as well. It probably shows. I think it's like 22 minutes, but it's actually been more than 22 minutes. It's been like 3 hours and 22 minutes. So unfortunately, because I'm in the kitchen, I'm not in my computer room at the moment. So the internet's. It's not that much the internet's slow, it's too far for the reach. Just getting some content before bed. Oh, good to hear. Have you been streaming much, or do you stream much as well, Jerry, or? There we go. Make that nice and clean. Clean surface. Well, we've got 2.5 minutes to go, that's good. So yeah, do you stream on Twitch as well, or YouTube, or? And for 3 times a week. Good. Yeah, look, that's what I try and do as well. What I'm going to try and do as well is on Mondays and Tuesdays, it'll be my prime stream days, and then Wednesdays try to just do like a ad cop, whatever, and then Fridays do community streams and that. I feel like if you stream from at least 3 times a week, you get more, not so much notice, but you get more attention. I get not attention, but you get more of an audience. I believe. I don't know. Maybe I could be wrong. I mean, I'm only sort of starting out, I guess. But yeah. Oh, here we go. Minute and 45 seconds now. All right. Once this is out, I will show you what it looks like. It looks bloody amazing. I'm looking at it now. I'm like, this is good. But real work gets in the way. Mostly stream on Twitch with Twitch, but enjoy making video. Oh, good. With the making videos part, real work does get in the way. Life naturally gets in the way of making good content, and that's the catch. That's sort of the catch-22. It's like you need the work in order to have the equipment that you need to make good content. But then at the same time, you then lose time because you actually need more time to make the content, but you need the money to make the content. It's frustrating, isn't it? But yeah, that's what we're doing now. We've got another 52 seconds to go. And in 45 seconds, we will have Pane de Pasqua, which is Easter bread, for those who do not speak Italian. Let's see how we go. Let's see. I'm just going to quickly have a look at it. Oh, that is nice. Actually, I might let it set for a little bit. I won't get it out straight away, but I will. What I will do is I'll just slowly get it out, and then we can enjoy it a lot more. So yeah, that's the plan. But yeah, we'll see how we go with it. Mrs. is Italian. Oh, cool! Oh, there we go. It's beeping. That's cool. Hey, that's awesome. Oh, whereabouts in Italy? I'm asking. Like, I'm Southern Italian. My dad's side are all from southern parts of Italy. So yeah. Let's get this out. I'll turn this off and then let it sort of simmer a little bit for a bit. Let us simmer for a bit. Make that make sense, right? What am I doing? I'm actually need my. Hang on, 2 seconds. Near my mittens, because I'll need this. Here we go, folks. This is it. Oh. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. That, ladies and gentlemen, and everybody else, is Pane de Pasqua. That is amazing. Oh, look at that. It's got a nice shell to it too. I love that texture. It's got a nice sort of browning to it as well. It's not just, if you can sort of, I'll bring it closer so you can see it. Have a look at that. That is amazing. Now the next test is it going to taste nice? Let's have a look. What I might do, I'm going to grab my trusty little knife and cut this up. No. Alright. Actually, I'll wait for it to cool down. Let me grab a plate. There we go. Let's put this on here. Let's grab a... How many forks have I grabbed so far? No, that's a spoon. Now we're down to the other forks now. I ripped in there. I remember in Avatar terms. So the south. I think the south is the water tribe. Is water tribe and north the rock people. So my mum's north and dad from the south. Oh, cool. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, no, I've got some relatives. I got some my dad's side that are from the northern parts of Italy, and so that's cool. I'd open. Yeah, look how good it is. Look how good it is. I'm looking at it going, that is amazing. All right, look, we need to stop talking about it. Let's start opening it up. All right, let's cut it up. Did it work? The question is, did it actually work? Oh. No. You're gonna hate this. Ah. Fuck. Damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it. Alright. I don't know what I did wrong. I honestly don't know what I did wrong. But I've done it wrong. You want me to show you? Outside looks absolutely amazing. But the inside. Too gooey on the inside. Okay. Alright. What would be a solution for something like that? If it's too gooey on the inside, do you reckon maybe put it back in the oven for a bit, or just it's no good? What do you reckon? It is too gooey. It's too gooey on the inside. Yeah. It's too gooey. Oh, that's devastating, because the rest of it is actually quite nice. It's just the middle is just not quite there. Oh, that sucks. Oh, that sucks massively. Lower and slower, maybe. Bread is not easy at all. Alright, look, for a first attempt, it's fine, but yeah. Maybe I didn't put it in for long enough. Maybe I pulled it out too soon, perhaps. Maybe I should have left it in a bit longer. But you saw how brown it was on the outside, eh? I'd take to go out and eat the rest. I would too. Look, that's what I'm gonna do. It's not that bad. The rest of it's pretty good. Break it all up and put it back in. What do you reckon? Do you reckon to do that? Maybe 5 more minutes? Maybe I'll do that. I'll break it all up. See if that works. Put it in for another couple more minutes. Yeah, oh. It is pretty doughy. That's the frustrating part. Still very doughy. Well, I'll put it back in. It probably won't make a difference. It'll probably be like the same anyway, but let's put it back in. See if it works. Give it 5 more minutes. See if it works. If it doesn't work, then that's it. We tried. It looked good on the outside, but just not enough on the inside. I'll probably put it in. Look, we'll put it in for 2.5 minutes. Let's see, 2.5 minutes. 2.5. What do you reckon? 2.5, or do you reckon maybe 3? For something like that. It's probably 3, isn't it? I'll put it in for 3. I'll put it in for 3 minutes. Let's see how we go with 3 minutes. Wait for it to heat up again. And then heat the oven back up. Put it in for 3 more minutes. And we'll see how that goes. See if that makes it better. I mean, it's not bad. I mean, it's just soft in the middle. It just hasn't risen in the middle, which is really disappointing. I'm kind of devastated about that. Yeah. I wonder why it does that. Why it in the middle? Why it does that? Why it doesn't cook well in the middle? I wonder why that is. Anyways, let's see if I'll wait for the oven to heat back up again. I'll stick it in the oven for another 2 more minutes, and if that doesn't work, then that's it. I'm devastated because I was so excited. It looks so good too. The darkness of the outside was so good, but just it just wasn't ready. It just wasn't ready enough. It just wasn't ready. It just wasn't cooked well enough. I think maybe I took it out too soon. I reckon that's what I did. I reckon I took it out way too soon. And I reckon if I put it back in there for another 2.5 more minutes, longest time might be best. I think if you put it back in there for 3 more minutes, see how we go with it, and then I think we go. Let's put it back in. That's not too hot. There we go. Alright, it's in there for another 3 more minutes. So what I did is I broke it up, put it in there for another 3 more minutes, and hopefully that should be enough. Oh, you should let it cool down. Oh, it's still cooking inside until it cools. Yeah, but my theory, my problem was it was still soggy not soggy, but it was still undercooked in the middle. So what I've done is I've put it back in. I've broken it up and put it back in for another few more minutes. What do you reckon? Is that no? Yeah or no? If that's not the right thing to do, let me know, because I will pull it out quickly and see how we go. But yeah, welcome back. Yosemite. Yeah, welcome back, eh? And don't cut bread for knife. Alright, fair enough. I will break it up I'll break it up in my hands instead. I will do that instead. I just thought cutting it with a knife would be. I wanted to actually cut it in half and see what it was like before I ate it. But it's broken up now. So all I have to do now is just wait for it to cook back up and go from there. But yeah, 3 more minutes. First time I made a bowl, I had similar happen, but not that gooey, too dense. Didn't let it rise and be. Yeah, see, I think maybe that's what I didn't do. Maybe I shortcutted the rise. Now that I think about it, the rise of the yeast, I think I didn't rise it properly. So on the outside, it was looking, it looked good on the outside. That's the thing, and I think it was because I did the egg glaze. That's what I did. I glazed it with I brushed it with egg glaze. It was not cooked inside. Yeah, not cooked inside. Yeah, and that's why. So yeah, that's why I put it back in there for another 3 more minutes, which is now nearly ready. Hopefully, wrong temperature. Well, it said 180, and I put it to 180. So I don't know. To be honest. I don't know if maybe I just didn't do it right, or maybe the recipe I got wasn't right. I mean, I did get help from AI to help me with that, so maybe it was just wrong. I don't know. Like I said, it was just something to try and see how it goes. And yeah, look, good learning experience, I guess. But anyways, it's almost ready. Another 15, 14, nearly 10 more seconds, and then we're good to go. Alright, there, 9, 8. So I put it in for an extra another 3 more minutes. So hopefully that should be enough. 1. There we go. How's that? Alright, let's try that. Actually, move that out of the way. Oh, yeah, it's better. Not great. You're right, it's the dough. I don't think I let the dough rise. Not cooked inside, wrong temp. Yeah, I think it might have been just that the dough was not. I didn't let the dough rise long enough, and I guess that's what happens when you're cooking and you're streaming at the same time. You're sort of having to try and juggle, trying to do stuff while entertaining people, while making sure that you're not sort of sitting there doing nothing while you're waiting. So I don't know. Maybe that's what I did. Yeah, that's nice. Actually, that's quite. Yeah, there you go. So that's much better. Yeah, the quality's much better now. But ooh, that's nice. But yeah, see, that's much better quality now. And I think, yeah, it was a combination of putting it in, taking it out too early, not letting the yeast rise enough. And I think that's another issue that I missed out on. But yeah, look, it was a good first attempt, right? This is, at the end of the day, this is the first attempt. It will just burn. The outside is cooked already. Yeah, I think, yeah, you're right. I think, if you're looking back on it, I think it was just the yeast inside, well, the dough wasn't rising properly. And I don't know if it was just, I didn't let it rise enough. I didn't give it enough time, perhaps. Maybe I should have let it rise a little bit more. But no, it is what it is. It is what it is. This is what we've got. And yeah, that's it. That's it for Maddie. So yeah, this is Pana de Pasca. Everybody, let's enjoy. Okay, it is what it is. It's not bad. It's still nice, but it's just, yeah, didn't rise properly. Oh well, it is what it is. All right, folks. I hope it works out well. Internet pick, yeah, same. I'm gonna do a raid. If you want to stay around for a little bit, I'm gonna do a raid. I'm gonna do a raided channel. Let's have a look. Who can we raid? Let's have a look. Who can we raid? No. Hang on. I'm just gonna quickly have a look at who we can raid on Twitch. Normally Neshi Legacy is on the Wednesday nights, so I might give. Oh, hang on. Esther Moki is on. Zame is on. Yeah, Zame is here. Zama Twitch. We'll say hello to Zama Twitch. Alright. Cool. Let's do that now. So we'll do that. So for those on YouTube, Kick and Trovo, this is where we say take care, look after yourselves, be safe. Thank you for coming along and saying hello to thank you for coming and saying hello. And thank you for joining Maddie in his first cooking stream, which wasn't too bad. It was yeah, passable, 5 out of 10. But yeah, next. So this Friday won't be any stream. There won't be no streams this Friday because I've got family coming over. But Monday we're gonna start Red Dead Redemption 1, the first one, and it's a big long game, so that'll take quite a few streams to get through. So we'll do that. So yeah, so if you can join us on Monday, that would be great. We're gonna say hello to Zama Twitch. I'll just do that now.